love my mic back, and my mic loves me. Only true friend. She love the sound of my voice. Put your mics in the air. If you real, if you really spit that real, I'm about to check it out. Assassin, look. When I want competition, I just look in the mirror. With every word that I'm spitting, then the vision is clearer. Nobody touching what I'm clutching, plus I'm busting it first. Yes, your chest will be a mess by the end of the verse. Your body stretched out like a book on the pavement. People pass by as they look in amazement. Your body leaking your genetics, got you looking so pathetic. No need to call the paramedics, it's too late for anesthetics. Me and my microphone. 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 Coming out the dirty south, show everybody I'm the cleanest. Run your mouth, I send your body to the cleaners. Love my mic, so can't nobody come between us. Won't be nice for anybody wanna see you. Back up a little, just a couple of feet. You don't listen, you'll be missing just a couple of teeth. Hard to buy the rhyme, with no teeth in your mouth. Stepping out of line, then we sweeping them out. Me and my microphone. 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 My mic got jealous when I was talking to my girlfriend. So you know, it's like I'm caught up in a world when I'm not about the drama. I don't need that. Started yelling and all I heard was feedback. Said I need to choose, but do it quickly. Use a tool, you fool if you don't pick me. Since she made me choose, you know I left her to pick my microphone up off the dresser. Me and my microphone. 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 Me and my mic been tight since 9-5. She don't wanna go out, she stay at home and vibe. Ain't nothing without her, I doubt she'll understand. Gets upset so I can't make no plans. Wants me to herself, she is so obsessed. When I go to sleep, I can't not get no rest. Calling on my phone when I'm gone too long. Says to her, be home, she wants to make a song. Me and my microphone. 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 This microphone can't wait to get you in my arms and my palms. And when we home alone, it is gonna be on. You make the words to my song sound strong. When I'm with you, baby, I can do no wrong. Can't wait to get you in my arms and my palms. And when we home alone, it is gonna be on. You make the words to my song sound strong. When I'm with you, baby, I can do no wrong. You know I had to do it. I had to take it back. Dedicate this to everybody out there that's doing music. Whether you're getting paid for it or not, it don't even matter. As long as you love it, I know it's gonna love you back. Put your microphones up. Much love to all the rappers that paved the way for people like me. All the producers. Rest in peace to everybody that's dead and gone. That's fast. Keep rapping till I'm dead. Get paid for it. Matter of fact, bury me with my microphone. Real. That's fast, huh? Yeah, I love you too. Zipping them out like a last
Here I am doing all that talking. We're live, pal. I think I'm unmuted now, right? I'm still not unmuted. Uh-oh. Oh man, what's going on? You guys still can't hear me? Oh, okay. St. Louis saying he can hear me now. All right. Oh man. Hey, we're live. And I try we're live, pal. Just like Jim Ross says. I tried to get in here earlier because I wanted to get a couple things straight. The show doesn't supposed to start for another 15 minutes. So y'all hang out with me before the rest of the Man Talk Monday crew comes through. So first of all, good things. I see St. Louis is in the chat. Peace to everybody right now. St. Louis, I know you and Jansen have a little thing going back and forth. So he asked me to see if I would facilitate. Oh, so now you're saying, okay. All right, perfect. So he wants to facilitate a conversation. He said he does not want to have a debate with you. He does not. He said he wants to just have a back and forth conversation with you. And I was looking to do that probably Thursday, but I heard today that they might be doing a face off. So I'll know. Hopefully Solar and Angel will get the face off confirmed, and then we could get that set up. And we could, I'll be fair. And we could get that set up. I was looking at Thursday, but I found out today that they wanted to do the face off. Hell, if you guys are free tomorrow, at least I know nothing's going on tomorrow. I could give him a call and see if he would be willing to come through and rap with you tomorrow. He says he just wants to have a conversation with you. I guess you guys have you'll make a video, then he'll rebut your video. It's crazy. So I just was like, rather than y'all keep going back and forth like that, y'all could just, so St. Louis, you know what? Let me call Jansen right now. Y'all bear with me. The Man Talk Monday tonight, we're going to be talking about these killings that's been going on. And I did want to address something. So peace to everybody I see in the chat. I see y'all coming in. Like I say, the crew will be in soon. Wayne will be back tonight. Mike, Kev. So let me get this straight. Let me get this out of the way first. You guys know that I know it's going to take some time, and there's no hard feelings to any of my guests and everything that come on over here. But I have the no F-bomb rule now. Yeah, I think we cool, St. Louis. I ain't got no issue. I think we yeah, I have zero issue with you. We cool. The whole F-bomb thing. So if you haven't, the ladies had a tremendous show Saturday night, The Real Hood of Motherhood. I mean, let me tell y'all something. That show, and I always say this because they make fun of me. They're like, oh, you say that for every show. But that just means that every show progressively gets better. It's just like with the Man Talk Mondays. Every show should progressively get better. And that show that they did Saturday night, I thought was phenomenal. And it went into 3-hour territory. So they went into that 3-hour territory. That's when you know something getting real good. When the conversation's starting to get real good is when they go into that 3-hour territory, because they normally keep their shows under 2 hours. And they did the damn thing. I mean, there were some stories that came out of there that I was like, whoo. So if you haven't, go back and listen to that show. I think like that show stands alone on its own. And this is going to lead me to the next thing that we're going to do, because the debate season is over. And now I actually have some time. I'm going to start back going to doing what I used to do on the Facebook page, Straight Talk Society, where I would put clips of the shows out. So if you guys checked the channel last night, I put a clip of Mike's comments from the Ja Morant thing. I mean, he piece of Kasha. I mean, like he went Mike. If so, in that particular clip, I would have fined Mike because if you drop the F-bomb over here, I'm gonna fine you. Got to put some money in the pot. Then at the end of it, we'll just do whatever with it. But I would have fined Mike the amount of F-bombs he dropped in that. But that was before, that was before the new rule was instituted. But nevertheless, I mean, Mike's thing and how passionate he was. Y'all know how Michael gets, man. How passionate he was on the Ja Morant thing. I had to clip it and make it its own thing. So if you haven't heard it, check the Straight Talk with Trevor YouTube channel and you'll see the clip up. It has Michael's face on it and it's called Open Mic. It's called Open Mic. And it's just probably like a 2 or 3 minute clip of Mike like going off on the whole Ja Morant thing because he just felt like we were babying and tiptoeing around the situation. And Mike being Mike, Mike did his thing. But I do want to, we got to find a way to cut out the F-bombs over here. Not just because I'm not kowtowing to anybody. That's not what I'm doing. But you guys have to understand. I made a statement that I don't want the same audience that everybody has. And in doing that, this channel has to feel inclusive to everybody. So you got a brother like St. Louis in the chat. Reginald Young comes over. Adrian Cutler comes over. I had to make this channel where everybody could feel at home. And we're smart enough that we could pick other words than to be dropping to be dropping F-bombs all over the place. You know what I mean? So we could just I'm actually gonna call Jansen right now. I just got caught up in a whole bunch of stuff. But we're gonna we're smart enough to get in the conversation. Even Jansen. I mean, Jansen's a religious brother, so I don't want to be on here dropping F-bombs all over him and things like that. I know sometimes in the heat of battle, you get passionate and you drop them. But I just feel like if it starts getting too excessive, then I'm gonna have to fine you. You know what I mean? We got to put like $10 in the swear jar or something. Just so because we had to set a standard and show that we're intelligent Black people and we have our vocabularies are extensive. We don't need to be dropping F-bombs like that. The other words, shit, ass, hell, down, whatever. It's open season with that. But I just don't want to drop any F-bombs because, like I say, I do have your Reginald Youngs coming over. I'm still in the works of getting Johnny Robertson over. That looks like that may be happening. Thinking Black. Our vocabularies are too extensive to be constantly cursing. And I'm the first partaker of that because I cuss a lot. Everybody knows me. You listen to my podcast. I did a podcast last year where I dropped. It wasn't just me, but me and my guests dropped at least 100 F-bombs in that show. It was the most polarizing show we had ever done. People either loved it or they hated it. So I'm just saying I'm smart enough, and my guess is Akasha, you crazy. Talking about wild out here is like turn I'm gonna find your ass. Yeah. I'm gonna find your ass. He dropping these F-bombs over here. But we're intelligent Black people, man. They always look at us as animals anyway. So we gotta show them that we're smarter than that. Another thing, when we dropped and I sent Mike the link. He'll hear it because I know he's listening. But so last episode, last show, last Man Talk Monday, I thought it was fantastic. Last Man Talk Monday was just polarizing. It was great. It was everything all in one. But towards the end, we got Bible heavy, which is actually going to lead into another thing. There's the next clip that I put up will be Venkat, because Venkat came up and checked the hell out of Jansen and Lance. I mean, it was so awesome. That's gonna be my next clip, but yeah, Nene. But yeah, if so we just got to do better as a people, because let's think of it this way: you wouldn't be at work cursing and everything. And I do eventually want to get the channel monetized. And let me just go into that real quick as to why I want to get the channel monetized. I can't get rich off of YouTube. That's not what I'm trying to do. I can't. But I figure if we come up here and we put on these entertaining shows 2 to 3 times a week, we should be able to at least get something for the channel. I heard the pay for YouTube is terrible. That's not what I'm concerned about. But I pay in order to have this layout that I have with the videos and everything. I got to pay for that. I don't use the free version of StreamYard, and I'm not disparaging anybody who does, but Venkat puts a lot of time and effort into these videos, so I need to be able to play them. So I pay for the upgraded version of StreamYard. This mixing board that I have is $600. I'm not asking anybody to give me the money back. That's not what I'm saying. But I think as content creators that's really putting in the work, we should get something back. So even if I'm getting pennies back, because that's essentially what it is, at least it'll go towards the StreamYard bill, or it'll help, give me back the money for this mixer, these expensive microphones that I have, just to put quality in the show. I'm not asking you guys for anything. You never heard me do that. I'm just saying I want to get the channel monetized. I always often say so I can get, the white man's money, but they even flagging for that right now. So, but yeah, I definitely want to do that. That's why we're doing that. That's why I'm cutting out all of the excessive cursing and things like that. I just want a cleaner show. So the next thing, let me see. Links. All right. So the next thing is, last week, like I was saying, we did Man Talk Monday, and I thought it was fantastic, but it got into that pseudo territory. So real quick, St. Louis, about John McGregor. I don't think John McGregor is gonna John McGregor is not gonna happen. And the reason John McGregor is not gonna happen, and I hope he hears this, John McGregor said the only way he'll come over here is if I can't question him. He has to let the Holy Ghost take over the show. It doesn't work like that with me. I don't beg anybody to come over here or anything like that. If you can't come on my show and let me interview you, then I don't need you over here. That's what an interview is. I'm the greatest interviewer there is. That's what an interview is that I interview the person. He doesn't want me interviewing him. He says that God has to take over. So if I would love John McGregor to come over here because he's my fellow countryman, but if he doesn't, fine. Whatever. It's not gonna hurt or help me. Put it that way. Johnny Robertson was apprehensive about all the cursing that goes on the channel. I understand. So we're gonna we'll take care of that. Like I said, the content's not gonna change. You're not going to get no watered down, toned down version of me, but it does get excessive with all the F-bombs. What's up, Yanga? I go back and I listen to every single show. And like I said, I put up a 2 or 3 minute clip with Mike last night. And this was before the rules came down. So Mike dropped the F-bomb probably 5 times in that clip, but the clip was fantastic. So I had to put it on there. But just going forward, we're not going to do that. So what's up, Mike?
I'm chilling, bro. You remember that fire 30-minute interview that God did the other day?
Yeah, yeah, you. Yeah,
Dude, that guy interview was fire, bro.
these guys crazy, man. I swear, like he legit said on his show he wouldn't respond back to me personally, but who else was he talking about? Who else named Straight Talk with Trevor on the internet? He was like, yeah, well, you're not. I wish I knew exactly where the show is so I could play it back so you guys can hear. So you know I'm not making it up. But he was like, yeah, he's not gonna sit down and do an interview for anybody. God has to take over the interview. So I'm like,
Bro,
what? Hey,
don't you
Kev,
remember they had the list? There was a list of interviewers. It was Barbara Walters, Jesus. You don't remember? Jesus came in second just because Barbara Walters had the list. That's all it was.
Kev, I sent you I emailed you the link, Kev. So Mike is up here. So another thing, and see, I tried to come on here 30 minutes before so we can get into the show. But here's another thing. So somebody sent me an email last week saying that they didn't like the fact that me and Michael got into an argument on the wrestling show. You guys have to understand something. Me and Michael are real friends. Like how me and Wayne are real friends. Wayne has been to my house. Wayne has sat right across from where I'm sitting right now. Venkat has been in my house. I've been over Venkat's house millions of times. He sat right in front of me. We get into arguments about the show, but once the show is over, we're just like, all right, well, next topic. So you guys got to understand, yeah, it may have seemed like me and Mike got a little testy off of the whole Monopoly thing and everything like that, but that's just how we are. If you guys see the things we argue about that don't make the show, then you'll just be like, wow, okay, well, that was nothing. So me and Mike are fine. I sent Mike his mangoes last week. We all good. Ain't nothing, you know.
And
you finished them?
Bro, them things was done before the show was over. There was 2 left, my G.
Yeah, I keep forgetting I'm supposed to be calling Jansen. Yeah, St. Louis, I'm gonna reach out to him, man, because he definitely said he'll be free Thursday. But like I said, Angel said today that they're supposed to be doing a face-off Thursday, and you know my rules. If SVDL is running something, then I'm not gonna compete against him. So that's how that was. So I'm gonna reach out and see if he's free tomorrow. So if he's free tomorrow, then we could do it tomorrow. So
2 things real quick.
What's up?
One, Angel that's in the chat. Do you have Angel's information, like her messenger or something? Because I want to talk to her on some totally professional. I want to talk to her because she said something last week or whatever, and I feel like I need to talk to her before, because I don't want it to get weird before I'm joining the league.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I'll let y'all deal with it. I'll if she tells me it's okay to give the info,
yes,
then I'll let
or give her mine.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with that. And 2, whoever is out there that said Trevor verbally abuses me, you are 100% correct. He is vicious. He is a horrible human being. Ever since his beard grew in all extra curly and he finally got a comb through it, he started acting different. I don't know. He started moisturizing it, and then the head was shiny. He think he Jordan third cousin. I don't know what it is about, dude, but I feel attacked. I'm so thankful that you're here to assist me. I need all your support. And if you can guilt him into sending me more mangoes, it will be much appreciated.
Y'all see what I got to deal with?
Hey, you never told me how much it costs. I'm gonna send it back.
Man, come on, man. Get out of here. What's going on, MD? Yeah, so yeah, man, there's a lot of y'all in here. Let's get this show started.
Let's go.
Kev, I sent you I emailed you the link. Wayne, I emailed you the link. So here's what we're gonna do. I think I got through everything. Like I said, Jansen wants
shout out to Dr. Mia for getting that letter from the government. She know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Big props to my dog.
Yeah.
All right, I'm good.
Oh, I keep forgetting. Oh, so like I was saying, so with these shows, Mike is second seat on this show.
Everybody
Mike knows that. Mike is second seat. That's why whenever I had to leave, I say, Mike, take over the show. Then it's Wayne, then it's Kev. So here's the deal. Last week, the panel got really full, which I have no problem with. I love when people come up and voice their opinions and everything like that. But as guests, you panel guests, you have to keep it. You gotta keep it to like 2 minutes. You cannot go on no long diatribe. Like the diatribes were so long last week and made Mike leave the show.
That's not why I left.
Because you can't, like, I get it. So and a lot of that is on me. I gotta step in earlier and gotta stop it. So I don't mind, hell, I could hold 10 people on the panel. I don't mind all you guys coming in, but we can't give the life story. If it's anything that needs more time, then we'll go longer. But I want everybody to be able to get their stuff in, as well as my co-hosts not feeling like they're just left in limbo. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's that. Because there was long periods of time where Mike and Kev were just like not saying anything because Lance and Jansen were going off, and I get it. I loved it. Like, I was egging it on. So I have no problem with Lance and Jansen going off like that. But we gotta keep in mind that you gotta keep it to like 2 minutes. Because it's just it does get a lot. That's why I see, like, Pour Your Heart Out, they don't allow everybody up there, because those type of conversations, it gets hard trying to control that. So I see Kev is up. What's up, Kev? Your mic good?
What up, boys?
What's up?
I know you ain't calling nobody boy with your 15-year-old voice.
So if anyone is weirded out by talks of murder and killing, this tonight's not going to be the show for you. I'm telling you straight up. We're gonna be talking about a lot of that tonight. We're gonna start off with the Travis Rudolph thing. I'm gonna give a quick thing about it because it's just, it's old now, and we had to get. What my plan is that we can get to these stories faster and not have so many of them. But Angel and Akasha did a stream today, and they brought up a story that I already had that I wanted to talk about. So that is the one I really want to focus on tonight after we get through the Travis Rudolph thing. So I'm gonna play our intro video and we'll be right back. There's 20 of y'all watching right now. Please make sure and hit that like button, and we'll be right back with Man Talk Monday.
Acknowledge me. Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Being smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye, and in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Being smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye, and in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. See you dealing with a vicious mind, hard cold like Christmas time. Every time I write a rhyme, put it all on the line. No need to hold my tongue, hold the mic like you hold a gun. Haters, I'm the chosen one. Fakers, I don't roll with none. Don't you ever test my heart. Been a rebel from the start. I ain't got time to play no games. I'm too busy playing my part. Keep my mind on my mission, living by my premonitions. View the world with blurry vision, stressing in high definition. Walking the path unknown to most. The ones that I love, I hold them close. Every rhyme I wrote was dope, no joke, so folks can overdose. I'm legendary, yes, I'm very necessary. Fantasy, my adversaries buried in the
What's up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and I'm back with another episode of Straight Talk with Trevor, the podcast, where no topic is off limits.
Straight Talk Sessions, live.
You're gonna acknowledge me.
All right, and we're back. I see Wayne is joined. What's up, Wayne?
What up, fellas? Mike, Kev, Trev, what's happening to everybody in the chat?
Yep.
Peace be upon you, Black Lion.
Peace. The link is in the chat. Whoever wants to join, Yanga, I know you may want to touch on this topic tonight, And just like I said earlier, the sisters are definitely allowed on the panel. Like I told Akasha, this show is called Man Talk Monday for the reason that the male can get his perspective out without being bastard talked down to and this and that. But we do welcome the sisters on the panel. So everybody's familiar with the Travis Rudolph case, right?
Yeah.
Can you give a recap?
Yeah.
All right. So first thing I want to do is let me just pull it up. Let me pull up a couple of videos that I have saved for it because I just want to play this. Play his testimony, and then we'll kind of go from there.
I'm gonna try my best not to skip ahead because you know how I get.
All right, and because I have to, I'm assuming I have to stop. I've never done this before where I played somebody's video. So this will be the first time I'm doing this. I hear people say it all the time. I guess it's fair use. Pursuant to such and such and such and such. Anyway, let's rock out. St. Louis, I never heard of him. So he's a former NFL football player who was on trial for murder. So basically his ex-girlfriend set him up. So we're gonna play this video and I'm gonna just stop it and we'll go in between there. So let me share that screen. Let me know when you guys can see it.
Yep.
You can see it?
Yep.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
All right.
When I go inside the house,
You hear it?
Dominique's standing up with a phone in her hand, and she asked me, "Who's Kyla?"
Kyla?
Yes.
K-A-Y-L-A?
No, Kyla.
K-Y-L-A, okay. And who's Kyla? Who is she?
That was a friend that I met in Tallahassee.
So he's giving testimony right now of what led up to the altercation, just to keep everybody abreast of what's going on.
And what was she asking? Why was she asking you who's Kyla?
From my knowledge, she went through my phone and she seen me and Kyla texting each other.
What was her attitude like?
You say what now?
What was her attitude like?
I could tell she was mad.
How can you tell?
It's just how she asked it, and then like I went to like try to reach for my phone and she like kept it away from me. So I can tell she was mad.
Right. And what did you say when she asked you who Kyla was?
I told her let's go in the room and talk because I knew my brother was gonna come inside like shortly after me. So I was like, let's just go in the room and talk.
You don't want your brother in your business?
Correct.
What?
All right. So real quick, let me stop right there. First of all, she went through his phone. What's you guys' thoughts on the whole going through the phone thing? Because once you see what ended up happening, then you'll be like, boy, that probably wasn't the best choice. But I'm not going to say that he didn't already have a history that made her suspicious, but sometimes it's not the best thing to do. So what's you guys' thoughts on peace, Ricardo? What's your guys' thoughts on the whole going through the phone thing?
I'm a different type of dude. Like every chick that's ever been with me has had the password. If you need to go on my phone, go ahead. Like I'm not a cheater type, but I will say if women run after men who they know are whores, I don't understand why they feel the need. Like, what's the point of going through the phone? You already know what it is. You knew what it was before you were with him. He's an NFL player. He's in shape. He looks attractive to women. Like, what are you looking? Just sit there, smile, get your chunk of the money, and move on with your day. Like, I don't understand. Yo, if I dated a chick and everybody was like, yo, you know she a gold digger, I'm not gonna bug out when I go on my phone and see I cash apped her $1,000 when I never did it. Like, I'm gonna, oh nope, she got me. I left my phone open. Oops. Like, it comes with the game. I don't understand why you go looking for problems if you know you signed up for them. That's my issue. I don't understand that.
Go ahead, Kev. I agree. Hey, peace, MD. I agree though.
Okay. Well, what's up, chat? You know, what's up, internet? Introduce myself real quick, but I kind of half agree. I feel like, well, let me not say I feel, But with the situation, I think that yes, if they're dating, then they should be able to look in each other's phone, and it shouldn't be an issue. Um, but he should understand like the type of position he's in, to where, if she, I'm gonna assume that she's from the hood, so she's like, her mentality is kind of off. I would say that him understanding his type of position, the fact that he's a dude with money, he's got influence, that he should move correctly, and not even have cell phones in the whole situation until he gets to know her better.
It's a big ass
Looks like a
assumption,
regular.
though, Kev.
Go ahead.
You just assume that the girl was from the hood, though. That's crazy.
That's classist, sir.
That's crazy.
I don't know too many suburbians that be setting people up. That's why I'm saying that.
I hear you,
Bro.
Wayne,
You're bugging.
Wayne, what you
bugging.
got?
I got set up by. All right, never mind. Go ahead.
I'm a suburban.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, I know you're capping.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Wayne.
No, we'll talk. We'll talk off the show. I'll tell you.
Sure.
Don't go through my phone. Don't give a shit. You don't pay the bill. Don't go through my phone. I follow this story. And second of all, from my understanding, she's actually married legally. Okay, they're separated, but she's married. So that's reason number 2. You don't need to go through my phone, man. You got other business you need to take care of versus going through my phone. So that's the end of that. Yeah, don't go through my phone. And if you do so happen to go through my phone without my permission, because obviously she didn't get the permission to go through the phone, then what you see in there, then you need to handle that as like an adult. Because I don't think from my understanding, I think I want to say they was dating. I don't know if it was a strong relationship. From my understanding, they was just messing around here and there. Not here and there, but it wasn't serious because she was married, so it couldn't get that serious.
So let me stop y'all. I see MD must have dropped off. MD, I don't know what happened. Maybe you're in a bad area. So I wanna because you guys seem to know about the story, so I don't have to keep stopping it as much. Kevin says the assumption that their cat will change his behavior. Yeah, absolutely. But we're not bashing women. Hey y'all, and by the way, Wayne is back. So I will say this.
Yes.
I will say this though. My wife has my password to my phone. My wife had a fingerprint lock on my phone. So, but again, it's different relationships, different, you know what I mean? I have nothing to hide from her. But on the reverse, I've never gone through her phone before. She's never gone through mine unless I told her to go look for a picture or something, send herself a picture or something. But I've never, since we've been together, ever picked up her phone once, outside of she just took a picture and I wanted it, so I sent it to myself. But to be going through her phone, looking through contacts and stuff, I feel like as a man, I that's not something that I should be doing, and I don't want a woman doing something like that to me. MD, you got something real quick before I move on?
No, you got it, man. I agree with what Mike said, man. It's a level of commitment that you got to have to do something like that. You know what I mean? Obviously, that level wasn't there. Obviously, you know what I'm saying?
All right,
yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and play the rest.
What did all hell break loose then?
Yes.
Tell us what happened, please.
So the next thing that happened was basically we go in the room. She still was asking me who Kyla was, and then she FaceTimed her. And when she
How did she do that? On your phone?
Yes, on my phone.
Your phone was working?
Yes, it was working at this time.
She FaceTimed her. What did she do?
She angled the phone to where as if it's just me that called her. And basically she had it set up, and I guess she was looking for answers or something. And me and Kyla had a short, brief conversation. And then after that, she just was like, "You ain't shit." Dominique said that, I'm saying.
Did she hang up the phone, or did she let you?
Yes, the phone hung up.
She hung up.
Yes.
She was testing you to see who Kyla was?
Yes.
Why'd you even participate in this?
I mean, like I say, it wasn't nothing to hide. And I was just like, all right, you want to go do that, pretty much.
Right? So you figured no big deal?
Yeah, no big deal.
At the end of it?
No, it wasn't.
What happened then?
So, and like I said, based on everything I see when people's playing other people's video, they had to stop it a lot. So I'm gonna stop it. But Wayne, this is making me think of something. Wayne said something that I didn't know, that Dominique was married, you said?
Yeah.
So a
Yes.
married woman.
she's legally married. They're separated at the time. She's legally married.
Oh, whoa,
Exactly.
they were separated.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay, they separated. I thought that they were like married together, because I'm like, what the hell business should have married? She's married. Like, why the hell should she care, what else he's doing? But if they were separated, then fine. She may have
That's what I'm
thought that they
saying.
were,
Yeah.
yeah, she may have thought that they still were having a relationship. All right, I didn't know that one.
I'm not fine, bro. You can't have been separated that long to think you got a committed relationship with a whole new dude. Nah.
That's what I'm saying. That's the point. That was
good
the point
on
I
that.
was making, actually. And I think that's what he was saying. Like, yeah, that's what his whole situation was. Like, yo, you still legally married, so yeah, I talked to other women. You feel me?
Yes. Exactly,
man.
Kevin,
what I was saying.
Kevin says not bashing, just acknowledging the mindset that exists. Some believe the behavior exhibited won't happen to them. Kevin, I know you said you're at the gym, but if you want to hop on, come on. You were saying something, Kev?
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. What I was saying, because he's a dude with money, he's got to move more carefully than the average person. Like we see this all the time with regular rappers; they get set up all the time. It's going to be the same when it comes to NFL stars or just anybody with money in general.
See, this is why I don't like Kev. This right here is exactly why I don't like Kev. If we were talking about a woman, he would be like, "Oh, I can't believe he did this to her." But you basically victim shaming the NFL player. It ain't on him. It don't matter how he moved for nobody to set him up. It's on her. It's her fault. Got me pointing the finger and stuff like I'm a teacher. What's wrong with you? Stop you victim blaming. That's what women say, right? That's a term. You victim blaming. If this was a woman, if this was a dude that got his homeboys to come over and mess up a girl, you'd be like, this guy ain't a man. What kind of man does it? What kind of woman does what she did? Go ahead, Trevor. My bad.
I'm one from the suburbs. I'm just saying.
Now, and if y'all need me to stop it somewhere, just let me know.
After she said you ain't shit, I asked her, I was like, you doing all this? Let me see your phone. And then that's when she started spazzing out. She started hitting me, hitting me on my head.
Hold on. So watch the game. Watch the game. Look at that. So she go through his phone, which is fine. It's okay to go through his phone, but now he's like, well, let me see yours. Now she want to spaz.
Man, please.
Bro, the double standard is ridiculous.
And I bet she said, real men don't go through phones. I don't want to hear that. Give me your phone.
That's manipulation, by the way. That's manipulation.
Of course. That's the top level gaslighting. I think I can never use it correctly.
Yeah.
This new term is my brain too old for gaslighting. I don't know. But yeah, this chick is trash on a high level. Any woman, any real woman, in my opinion, any real woman, because they love to tell us what real men will do. Any real woman would have seen how he reacted, seen the nonchalance, understood that her place is not where she thought it was, and went home and said to hell with him. That's what real women do. This ain't no relationship. We ain't committed. Cool. I get it now. I'm out. I've been there. Yo, I told Trevor, you remember that story I told you about did I tell you about it? Or I'll tell your wife. The story about the girl who tried to use me for attention.
You may have said something to me about that. I'm not sure.
Hey, and she was bad too. Had to pull out. I realized where I stood. You gotta make a business decision. I'm out.
Might get it in. Holy.
She was fine too, bro. She was fine.
So Nene says, yeah, even if they were in a seriously committed relationship and he did her wrong, there's no excuse for setting him up to be killed. Yeah, whoop his ass maybe, but not killed. Yeah, absolutely.
See, I'm trying not to skip ahead, and Nene jumped to the end.
How was she hitting you?
Hard. Like she was like trying to hurt me.
Why don't you hit her back?
I mean, I don't believe in females. My mom always told me that if you ever get to the point that you want to put your hands on a female, just leave her. Just leave the situation.
Facts.
And Are you defending yourself, like blocking her, or what are you doing?
Yeah, blocking her, like basically balling up pretty much because I knew she was mad. So at that time, I took it as like maybe I deserved it because she seen me texting her.
Deserve to get hit?
I mean, that's how I took it. I guess because that's, like I said, it was just a respect thing at that time. So I just felt like, well, she felt like I was texting this girl.
Okay. Okay.
See how society messes men up.
Where does
He's sitting there
that
saying,
come
I
from?
deserve
Yeah,
to be
that was
hit.
a sucker statement. Sucker
Yeah,
statement.
go ahead, MD. We're gonna start with you. Go ahead, because where does that come from?
Yeah, it just like y'all said, man. It comes from how we was raised as far as how we respect women, but on the same token, it's double fine because we tolerate certain aspects of women on how they move today, and we perceive it as a respect issue. It ain't. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. You know what I mean? You know, of course you ain't gonna hit no female. You know, I ain't saying that, but I'm not taking it for something that my mama taught me. Nah, they ain't got nothing to do with that. It's two different things.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
MD. So we're gonna get the last story that we're gonna get into is absolutely about hitting a female. Okay, so hold on, because we're all
piss off Mike, man.
We're all men up here. And that's what this show is, Man Talk Monday. This show gets very, very uncomfortable at times with some of the stuff that we had to say. So at this point, she just hit him in the head with a trophy. I've been watching Tubi movies all weekend, and people been getting hit in the head with like ashtrays and stuff and been getting killed. So the trophy could have very well been a heavy trophy. He's defending himself. But something still inside of him is like, man, don't deck her to get her off of me. Because I was taught not to to respect women, and then he starts blaming himself as being the culprit now. Like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have been texting the other girl. Like, at what point does our defense mechanism step up and just be like, because we're not up here advocating, now listen to what I'm saying before anybody starts running off at their damn mouth talking about, oh, Trevor's over there, Man Talk Monday, advocating for women getting beat up. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But what I am saying is, should have hit the man in the head with a trophy. We're going to see it only going to get progressively worse. At what point is he allowed to just slap the shit out of her or something just to get her out of his space?
Yeah.
And I understand if y'all don't want to answer because you don't want to be
yeah. I don't think that's what mom threw. I don't think that's what mama was talking about when she said, you know, the whole respect the woman spiel. You know what I mean?
Hey,
that's what she was talking about.
Check me out, bro. I have first of all, I don't care if none of y'all like me, so it is what it is. I have a rule. I saw a Judge Mathis court case one day, and I'm not gonna get into it. Don't worry about it. But I saw a woman hit a man in the head with a chair, and then when he broke her window, she took him to court because she was mad at the window, forgetting the fact that she hit him in the head. I decided back then, years ago, if a woman ever has a weapon, I'm knocking you out. I'm sorry. I know people gonna look at me like, Michael, I can't believe you got something that could harm me. I've had a woman throw a full can of Pepsi at my face.
Sheesh.
You feel me? A full can of Pepsi over a misunderstanding. It was somebody else that did it. It was another dude named Mike. But I almost died because of it. Because if you ever seen that, what's that movie with a little girl and they hit her? I ain't gonna bring it up. A full can of Pepsi will kill me. You feel me? Full can of Pepsi could kill you. If you got a weapon, I'm knocking you smooth out, and I'm not going to run. I'm going to sit next to you. I'm going to call the police. I'm going to say, come get her. I'm standing my ground, whatever it takes. You get a weapon. If you ain't got a weapon, all right, I'm going to block, and then I'm going to lock you in the bathroom. If you're my girl, I'm going to lock you in the bathroom and tell you to take a bath. You're not allowed out until you're in the bath because women can't be mad in a hot bath. I learned that lesson when I was young, too. Men learn this lesson. Once a woman gets in hot, bubbly water, their anger just comes out of their pores. It's a trick. I'm trying to get y'all game. But
so Mike, what you're saying is you ain't going for the blunt force trauma, is what you're saying.
Bro, I will not be the dude in the hospital talking about I didn't hit her. You did. No, sir. Hate me if you need to.
So Wayne,
my
go
question.
ahead, Kev. Go ahead.
Yeah, we got it. We got it.
Go ahead.
Oh no, we got to get away
Come
from you.
on,
She
Wayne,
pick
your
up something,
mic.
hit you with it. Oh, my mic. You can't hear me?
No, you good. You good now. You good.
Oh.
You good.
Hey, you hear me now?
Yeah. You good.
Okay, no, I was saying we got to get away from the fact that a woman can't hurt you if she pick up something or she hit you the right way. A woman can't hurt you if she got something in her hand, she catch you off guard or something like that. She can't hurt you. And also, man, domestic violence, as they do studies, domestic violence among women against men are rising, man.
Rising is probably higher than men because ain't no man gonna call a
Oh
bitch.
no, it's just as equal. It's just as equal, man. This report just came out in Atlanta, man. I could send Trevor the clip and he could show it, man. They found it out. It's just as equal. It's equal almost. Women are just as aggressive as men in a lot of these domestic situations.
I've seen a woman walk to a man cooking and just start punching him. Just start punching, and he's sitting there just trying to block it and still trying to mix the eggs. And you know what?
Okay,
my biggest problem isn't even with the women.
Nene just put a tremendous comment in the chat. Before I read it, so I was in a situation 20 years ago where I was messing with this girl, crazy girl. We got into an argument. So I'm so much bigger than her. I leave. I walk out of the house. She follows me with a brick. And she throws the brick into my passenger door and then comes at me with some scissors. I call the cops. I don't do anything. I called the cops. It was me. There you go. I'm the snitch. I called the cops. So
please do.
When the cops showed up, after already hearing what happened, the cops pulled their guns on me and asked her, "Ma'am, did he hit you?" Bruh, like the way I flipped my top, I'm like, I'm the one that called you. And then he was like, "Oh no, we just figure you look at you. We figure you're the aggressor." That's when I still have my gold teeth. It was all that type of stuff. So big black guy, and everything like that. They're like, "Oh, you're the aggressor. Oh, that's only going to cost you about $100 a fix." It cost me $1,800 a fix, by the way. But you know what saved me from going to jail? Because she was lying. Luckily, a nosy neighbor was across the street looking down and was like, "No, he did not touch her. He didn't touch her. Don't let her lie to you." Like
always an old woman, boy.
It was. I don't even know who the lady was, but she was like, "He did not touch her. He came out of the house and tried to leave." And then, it was all good, but I ended up having to pay. But so Nene says, could it be that some men may know them? Wow, but this one gonna cut deep. And I'm some other brothers need to chime in if we be honest. Could it be that some men may know themselves enough to know that they wouldn't be able to stop in an attempt to wow. So Nene knows that I always tell her, like, my fighting tactics is just to end you. Like, it's never for me to just want to knock you out or anything like that. That's never enough for me. I'm always like, there's specific spots that you have to hit people to make them never get back up and things like that. So that's why I don't fight. Like, because I'm just like, because if I ever get to that issue, then that's what it's going to be. So she's asking the question, is it that some men know that it won't just be, "Hey, I'm gonna just hit you to get you off of me"? It's gonna be like, "Hey, I'm gonna hit her and I'm gonna keep hitting her."
Hey, there's some dudes that are trained for war, man. I'm luckily I'm not a homicidal maniac like Trevor. but I told you, hey, I'm not gonna lie. I know some dudes that when they fight, it's a switch and it's go. And when it's go time, I see punches go so fast it's a blur. So she might have a point. I'm not mad at her. Oh, and everybody in the chat, I'm not ignoring you. I don't have my computer, so I can't respond. But I appreciate y'all. Free Mike, Thank you.
Yeah, they typing away. Akasha says, I think that just like we teach boys to keep their hands off of girls, it needs to be normalized the other way around. Absolutely.
You know why I won't?
Absolutely.
You know why I won't? The same issue I have with like women taking on every woman cause. You remember when Whoopi Goldberg was on The View saying that women should keep their hands to themselves and they chewed her up and crucified her? I think she might have even gotten suspended. The second you say anything about women being accountable, sorry, ladies, sorry, as soon as you say anything about women being accountable, all the white, so-called white woke women show up and no one should ever, you should never put your hands on a woman. Hey man, Chris Rock said it back in the day. There's plenty of reason to put a hand on a woman. You just don't do it. You can't act like women are infallible and they haven't done stuff. Yo, women have done stuff that I rightfully should have kicked her in the forehead. I just didn't do it. They're not children and they're not gods. They're human beings. And there's a whole lot of a-hole ones, just like there's a-hole dudes. There's women out there who wake up and can't wait to punch a dude in the face because she know he won't do anything back.
So
go ahead, Kev.
I'm wondering why we're not talking about normalizing checking people, because
as pertaining to what?
I understand, like, you know, you got to defend yourself, of course, in like a life and death situation or protecting somebody. You got to do what you got to do.
Need me going in.
Right.
Kev, checking people as pertaining to what?
Define checking.
Checking as in like if okay, so when it comes to like how things escalate, you know, when a chick hits you, for example, it don't start with a chick hitting, like meeting you and then punching you in the face. It escalates from her disrespecting you in some type of way. It starts from her saying, I'm not paying for this, you pay for that. It starts with not answering your text message, stuff like that. It escalates to a point where she feels like you're punk enough to where she can punch you. So how come we're not, you know, like I know it sounds like I'm victim blaming, but
as usual.
Nah, it's all good.
But I'm sorry, I gotta be on the side.
Black women, ain't we?
You're the man. Hold on, let me finish. You're the man. You should lead into the point where if she even thinks about doing something disrespectful, she's got to go. And in this case, this dude's an NFL player. Like, he's the prize. You know, she's just some random chick who lost her husband.
I finally agree with you.
Get to the point where he even has to hide his phone, right? I'm pretty sure, and with a lot of dudes, they don't have enough game to say, listen, I'm doing what I'm doing out here. You can be with me or you cannot. And in this case, you know, I don't know how the situation escalated, but you know, this sounds like a chick who thought he was punk enough to where she thinks that she can just hit him and go through his phone and set him up. Like I can't see her, you know. It's hard for me to see certain women as how do I say this? I know what I want to say, but I'm gonna let you guys
yeah, come back to it.
It's called entitlement, Kev. It's called entitlement, Kev. You don't have sometimes someone are entitled, think they're entitled to do what the hell they want to do. They don't even have to do recon. I hear what you're saying. Some women do recon on you. They try you when they feel like, okay, well, he ain't gonna do nothing and I'm gonna do it. You got some women out the gate that'll test you, even in road rage, in the public area. There you go. You know, if they feel disrespect. You got some women that'll step to you like a man. What's up? You disrespect me? What you gonna do? Like, you know, come on. It's entitlement, bro. It's all wrapped up in policy, socialism, laws. And women a lot of women feel they're entitled. They can run up in the man's face, they could take his possession, they could damage his possession, and nothing happens to him. It's called entitlement, bro. And I got you. And of course, you know, go ahead, bro.
I got you one better.
To get in there.
They think they got a man that'll back up their BS. So that's why they go off. They got a gangster in the family who, if you touch her, he gonna show up and he ain't talking. That's why they feel like, oh, I could go off any way I want. Go ahead, MD.
Yeah. Hey, I totally agree. That's all I was gonna say. We talking about how black women feel entitled. That, of course, like you said, it's always that uncle or that cousin or the big brothers that she been groomed since birth to think, hey, look, like I got a safety net. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do about it?
Exactly.
That's what it comes down to. And you don't need no conditioning to build that up, man. All you need is one situation, and it's a go. It's hunted from there. So yeah, I disagree with the point of like seeing it build up. Now, ain't no build up. All they need is one thing. That's it, and it's 100 mile per hour. Boom.
Yeah. Well, my thing is why are you hanging with those type of people? Yeah. That's my thing.
Well, Kev, you don't know
because she got a fat ass.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then when you get shot up and go to court, you know who's to blame. That's what
high risk, high reward. That's all I can tell you.
Hey, that's crazy.
Now the dude in prison gonna get your butt. You know.
MD.
Hey, I'm gonna give my first off MD. That was hilarious. Secondly, I'm gonna give my dog Kev some bail. Yes, he deserved a bomb for that one. I'm gonna give my dog Kev some bail. Men, all the men that can hear me, I don't know what it is. We're taught, I guess, when we're young and we don't know the power we have, and we don't know how to, like, you know what I'm saying? We weren't born Max, so we weren't born that dude who could have like a bunch of women. So when we get a woman, we try to hold on and make it work. Hey man, sometimes it ain't for you. Sometimes when she make a move, you gotta be like, yeah, all right. Sometimes you gotta let it go, even when the booty juicy. And I know it's hard, bro. I was telling you the story earlier. It's hard to let go of juicy booty. You can all hit me on Messenger, and I'll send you a picture of the girl that I had to let go because of the thing. It was hard.
So, I don't want to fall behind in the chat, man, because they typing and I acknowledge my chat. So Kevin saying mental health conversations mental health conversations don't talk a lot about how women lack emotional control. Absolutely, because I'm not even gonna say it. I'll save that for Dr. Mia. But St. Louis says he thinks that they do it because they know the law will side with them. Absolutely. I mean, based on the story I just said, she threw a brick through my truck, and they came and asked me. They asked her, did I touch her? When I'm the one that called the cops. Adrian Cutler, I saw that you typed in the chat earlier. The way this show is going, is probably not going to be tonight. We'll see if I'll touch base with you and see if I can set something up, because I got to get St. Louis and Jansen first. So I'll touch base with you, because this show like is getting heated. So Akasha is saying my brother has been with the same two females since high school, and he has a baby with one of them, and this ignorant person destroys his property and puts hands on him often and regularly. So she's saying he will not touch her. He will not touch her, nor will he allow us as his sisters, I'm assuming, to do the same. You didn't finish it, but I'm assuming that, man, if that's what it is, if he won't even let his sisters jump on her. See, growing up, if any girl bothered me, because I was taught not to hit women, all I had to do was tell my brother's sister, because me and my brother have same dad, different moms. I'd call my brother and say, hey, put such and such on the phone. She'd be like, what do you need? I'm like, this girl tried me at school, and you better believe she gonna go hold that girl up in the hallway. That's just how it was. I mean, it sucks now saying as a 43-year-old man, but I don't believe in hitting women. So I had somebody that could beat up women for me. So is, hey, catch 22.
I had one too. She hangs out with your wife.
Who?
I can't. You the one that told me not to say no name.
Oh yeah.
Both of your kids hang out. You get that?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
that was my back in the day. She swing on a girl or a dude for your boy. That's why my G. If I win the lotto, she got bread coming. She ain't got work. She got bread coming.
All right, so let's get going more into this.
Girl, and that's disrespectful. So
how about a Valentine's Day? Do you think you deserve to get it done too?
No, not that time.
Why don't you just leave her then?
Like I said, I love hard, so her good outweighed the bad. That's just what it was.
Fuck.
Yes.
All right, so she's hitting you and using any objects or just her hands?
Well, actually,
Hey,
before
Trevor, pause it for a second.
she hit me, I forgot to say this.
If you could back up a little bit, I want all of you black men in here to hear it. When he says, "Why are you staying with her?" and he goes, "I don't know. I love hard." Listen to the exasperated exhale of the white man as he listens. He's like, "What kind of dumb nigger shit is?" Like, listen to what he said. Listen to how he breathes out.
I heard it, but I don't want to
You heard
back
it?
up and go too far. I heard where he said the white guy asked how come when it happened on Valentine's Day. So apparently it's a history of things.
And that's what Kevin's saying.
Yeah,
That's my point.
so Kev may have a point. Hey, well, Kev, we didn't say you didn't have a point, but it seems to me like you trying to build a case against him versus her.
I'll be a
Oh, of course. Kevin thinks all dudes can make every woman do what they want by leading a certain way. He don't understand that you can lead all you want. If ain't nobody following you, you just a dude walking on the street. But go ahead. You know that was a bar, but go ahead.
Let you get away with that.
We gonna get to the last story, but this got a lot of meat on this.
At this point, she threw my phone like and just like broke it. Like,
where'd she throw it against something?
She threw it on the ground. Like I had like this like tile floor, and she threw it.
Bedroom?
Yes.
And did you pick up your phone?
Yes, I picked it up and like, man, you really just broke my phone. And
how do you know it was broke?
I looked at it, the screen cracked, it's black and everything. Like you can't even like open it.
Couldn't see the screen at all. No light would come out.
No.
You know if it was still receiving calls?
No, I don't know. I didn't think it was receiving calls because it's broke. Like you can't even see the phone.
You shut it off, or there's no way to do that?
No, there's no way to do that because.
I just want to pause real quick and answer E. E was saying like not just black women. Yeah, but white women they pay somebody to make you not be there anymore. That's what happens with them.
Hey, not these modern ones. These modern ones will punch you in the jaw. I've seen some stuff. Them old white women will call Uncle Charlie.
That's how this iPhone set up. You gotta like press one of the side buttons and then a volume button, and then you gotta like swipe it on the screen. So
you couldn't do that at the time?
No.
All right, so what happens after she breaks your phone? Do you hit her or does she hit
No,
you?
that's when she started like hitting me and everything. And then in the midst of that, she had like picked up a trophy and like hit me on the top of my head with it.
Did she hit you full force or was it partial force?
Yes, it was full force.
Did you get injured or not really?
No, I ain't get injured because I pretty much braced for it. I seen it coming.
Did you try grabbing her and stopping her, or what'd you do?
Yeah, I tried to grab her. Like after she did, I'm like, Dominique, stop. And then she put a trophy down, and then that's when she got her stuff and she was like walking out of my room.
Did she act like she was injured and she couldn't hit you or anything, or she pretty strong at that point?
Yeah, she's pretty strong.
Did you ever hold her hostage and tell her she can't leave your room and block her from leaving?
Hold on,
no, not at all.
Hey, real quick. Do you know if that's a defense or is that the prosecution?
That better be the prosecution. It'd be a horrible defense.
Yeah, because he goating them, he baiting them in every question.
Okay, all right, yeah. I was just wanting to get context. I'm like, damn, did they talk about this before? But I got you. Cool.
Yeah, because you hear like how do you turn the screen on? How do you do this? How do you do that?
Yo, who has tile floors in their bedroom? What kind of heathen is this?
We do.
What is wrong with in the bedroom?
Yeah, my entire house is tile. It's long story. Long story.
I'll make fun of you later. Go ahead.
At all.
Did you start raising your voice during this time period?
Yes, because she's like, fuck you, broke ass bitch, and you a fuck nigga, and all things like that.
And terrible things.
Yes.
Start saying some terrible things back to her?
Yes, I was saying things back.
Ah, man. All right, we're gonna spend some time on this one. So she's with a NFL player. So we know he got bread, even if he got league minimum, that's $200,000 or $300,000. Why is it always their defense after you hurt their feelings or they're not getting their way is always you're a broke ass nigga? Or it's like they always try to play on the most demeaning crap to try to just break your ego. And I'm talking out of a lot of experience here because this happened to me before, where this particular girl just played to that ego, like, you know, she the horrible stuff that she was saying had nothing to do with what we were arguing about. And I got to think to myself, like, damn, were you always feeling this way about me?
Sir, why do you think they ask you questions? Women will love to say, oh, I'm trying to get to know you. They trying to line stuff up in the future to hit you right where they know it's going to hurt. If you insecure about your homeboys hollering at your girl, that's why I smashed your bestie. If you insecure about your finances, you broke this. If you insecure about your Jimmy, that's why your joint little. If you insecure about your feet, that's why your funky feet, you probably got them from your mama. That women can't wait to tell you about yourself. That's why they want to sit there and learn. They want to be compassionate. That's foolishness. They waiting for the time to break your ego because that's how they think they're going to get the reaction. See, most men go like this. All right, shorty, man, go ahead. Do what you want. They want to say the thing that's going to hit right here that you're going to go, hey, who the fuck? They want that. They want that. If you, and that's, you can say the most hurtful thing to me. I'll be like, all right, so you go home, right? That's how I learned to react now. I don't even react. I don't get upset. If you're my girl, get in the hot bath. If you're not my girl, you need to leave before I call the police on you. Call me what you want.
You see what Nene says, because
she agreeing with me
to break the ego. You don't say anything that's not gonna do that, regardless of if it makes sense.
See?
Well, y'all be fighting so dirty.
Yeah, that's bro. Women don't fight clean, bro. Why you think they hold on to anger stuff from back in the? You remember back in 2017? You said they'll hold on to that just to break you in the future. That's what they do.
So Thinking Black says she was a couple of seconds from calling him gay, even though the main issue was finding a girl in his phone. Like, so they legit just throw out the most random. It's crazy. Mike, you're smart with that hot bath. It works.
Hey, I keep telling y'all, don't let the belly fool you. The brain in the mouth is top notch. I know women like no other. It's the truth.
I'm gonna take notes on the bath part.
What?
I'm gonna take notes on the sponge on the bath part.
You should, bro. I locked the bath. My baby mama, I used to lock the door. Get in the bath. I gotta hear sloshing. I don't hear sloshing. Are they bubbles in there? She been there like, open the door. Man, I don't even know I was mad at you. I know, Mom. I brought you something to eat. Here you go. Oh, in the shop, of course. Here you go. And some wine. Cause yo, you give women some wine, fight over. But my bad. I ain't gonna give all the game. My bad.
This is very interesting. You aren't supposed to fight clean. The goal in the fight is to win and defeat the opponent, finish him or her. But when you go to like marriage counseling and things like that, the first thing they tell you is learn how to fight fair. They always tell you that. So it's like, So are we not taking the advice or what? Like what the hell? What's going on with that one? All right,
women only care about
women are horrible. When it comes women to are horrible at disagreement.
They don't like to be wrong.
Women are horrible at disagreement. Yeah, they horrible at disagreements, and they understand too that a lot of black men are shame sensitive. You understand? Yes. So they go right after them. They know a lot of black men are shame sensitive, so they go after them. They're trying to shame them into doing what they want to do. That's just why, like a lot of times when you get a lot of black men on panel and we talking men talk, they come in with the shaming by saying that's just another thing to say you bashing women. That's just shaming you back into controlling you to get them to do what you need them to do. It's a tactic.
Or someone hurt you.
You can't fall for it.
Who hurt you?
Yeah, who hurt you? Right, who hurt you? Yeah. That's just, it's all shaming tactics to get you under their control again.
Yep, so, to make you back up. I told you all there's the 3 B's: the bitch, the boss, and the baby. That's how women fight. They gonna pick one. If that don't work, they're gonna go to the next one. If that don't work, they're gonna go to the third one. That's how they move.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Bitch, the boss, and the baby is the fact. Who you think you talking to? You don't know. No. When that don't work. Baby, I don't understand why we're being like this. Why are you doing that? When that don't work, you know what? I don't even need you. I don't even know why I'm here. Why am I talking? That's how women, bitch, boss, bitch, baby, boss. That's how I move. That's how I move.
Yeah,
I know women. I don't know nothing else. I know women. Trust me.
So let me
Oh boy.
yeah. This is the
Back to
longest 12-minute video.
Why were you doing that?
I mean, God,
All right,
I'm
all right.
obviously frustrated that it even got to the point where she broke my phone. Like, it's one thing that you're hearing me, but you broke my phone. Like, I don't think that was right.
Did the fight spill out of the room?
Yes.
And what happened after that?
I thought she was leaving, but when she came out my room, she makes a right. That'll be where my living room is, and she goes to my PlayStation 4 and picks it up and slams it and breaks that.
That's just going too
Did
far.
police ever take that or take pictures of it to your knowledge?
Not to my knowledge, no.
You would say that.
Correct.
Did you try stopping her or you couldn't?
Nah, she beat me to it. Like,
So let me ask you guys. So Angel,
You playing the wrong video, Trev.
Nah, this was the shortest one. I got
I'm
another
talking
one,
about
but
you should play her testimony.
yeah, I don't want to give her no. I don't want to give her no play.
I feel you.
So Angel says she felt justified because she was wronged in her eyes. When you convince yourself you are the victim, nothing is off limits. So that is true. But what I want to say, listening to this, we're like 8 minutes in. What are you guys overall impression of his demeanor? Because to me, he just comes off as like he almost seems henpecked to me, like maybe he was a mama's boy or so. I don't know. I'm getting like a passive vibe from him where he's not too sure of himself. Well, yeah, she's gonna hit me in the head with a gun, but I'ma still just respect her. I'm not gonna do anything because my mama taught me not to do that. Like he just comes off as so henpecked almost.
And you know the saying, right? What do you call a lame? What do you call a lame that wins the lottery?
A lame with money.
Exactly. Just because he got money don't mean he ain't lame. He a lame. He a dude who don't know how to dealing with multiple women is a skill. It's a skill. Okay. I don't have it. So I'll be the first to tell you. I don't know how people do 2 women because I don't have enough time to listen to all the foolishness, but we're not gonna get into that. Dealing with multiple women, having a multiple women, being a player is a skill that this gentleman obviously doesn't have. And he feels like because he has the money, he gonna try to pull it off. He don't know how to. Why once I heard she called Kyla on the phone and I just let her do it because word, bro. Kevin's right. That phone shouldn't even have been in the house. That should have been in the trunk.
So everybody's saying, so like he says, sound like he was being honest. Kevin saying smart defensive strategy. Nene says it could be a part of his defensive team. So they're just giving it like his defense team coached him to do that.
Nah, I saw the video.
To me, he just comes off. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Did you see the video of the actual fight?
No. I was saying I disagree with that because his court decorum is terrible. Like, listen to how he talks. Like I said, I don't know if that's just his personality, but as now I can put myself. Hey, I ain't no lawyer, but I know like certain lawyers and how they think. If I was listening to my client talk to the prosecution, I would be shaking my head like just from the decorum of how he speaks is not a good look for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he doesn't sound intelligent.
Right. Yeah, he don't at all. You know what I'm saying?
He don't sound sure of himself. Like I don't know.
Well, that's the defense supposed to get that together. Hey, look, this is what the prosecution is gonna get you on. This is the answer. It don't sound like they went over that. You know what I'm saying? Like he sound real jittery on the stand. Like, you know what I mean? That's just me.
See, well, I'm glad that we see it that way because the chat is saying different. They're basically saying the defense team got him prepared that way. But to me, he just comes off like, if any good lawyer would grill him and get him to admit that he was guilty, like he comes off as unsure. And I know Nene said that he doesn't want to come off arrogant, like the arrogant football player, but I mean, he just his shoulders are slouched. He just seems he's leaning over in the chair. Like I don't know.
Any good defense attorney would prepare their client for the prosecution. It don't seem like they did that.
Well, Angel, you're right. It absolutely worked.
Yeah, it worked.
And again, I'm not bashing him at all. I hope her ass gets locked up, but
she won't.
Yeah, she ain't gonna get locked up, but I hope she does. But he just like his whole demeanor just comes off like he may be lying almost. And he's like, oh shucks, just don't don't say something to get me caught up type stuff. I don't know. It's just coming off that way to me.
Hey, if y'all ain't never go see the video of the actual fight, the audio of the actual fight, he ain't no player, bro. He ain't no player.
So Kevin says from the listening so far, he's not giving. All right, Kevin, you're gonna have to come up, bring your ass up here and defend this statement. What do you mean he's not giving up angry black man vibe? What's the angry black man vibe?
You know what angry black man vibes are. The thing they use against us.
Hey, I totally agree with you though, Mike. If you go back and watch that surveillance video, just look at how we was running with the rifle to the car. You know what I mean? He wasn't sure of himself then, I don't believe. You know what I mean? If somebody is on my property, brandishing a weapon,
go.
Stay right there. Stay right there. Don't move. I'm going in the house. Be in that same spot when I get back. And I'm going
to come out the door. The bullets come out the door. I'm staying in.
I don't think he was sure of himself the whole way through. That's just me.
So he may just not be. I mean, a lot of football players. Hell, Ricky Williams used to do his interviews wearing his helmet. So he may suffer from social anxiety or something. Who knows? I mean, again, and I'm not Kev. I'm not trying to make him come off as the bad guy here. I'm just saying he just don't seem like something's just missing. I just say that they don't have a bravado, but again, I mean, they could have told him
just say it, Trevor. You're a sucker. Just say it.
Hey, I said lame. You sound like a lame. I try to be nice.
Oh man, no sucker, man.
Sound like a sucker.
He just don't like. Yeah, I don't know. But look what she did though. She broke the man's PlayStation.
Yeah.
So again, they always go to. She breaks his phone. What's the next thing to do? Instead of taking your ass out of the house, she now breaks the man's PlayStation. Like it's always a succession with them. Like just he don't have a bunch of stuff. Let me just break the stuff that I know is near and dear to him. Like it's
windshield's coming up next. Key the car's coming up after that. There's a playbook. That's why I called the second you start, I call the police. Doop doop doop. She up here while y'all come get her.
Hey man, I'm victim blaming. He knew what type of chick he was dating. I'm sorry.
Hey, he gonna get her at the end of this
but
one.
Like she did it fast at that moment.
I can't give you that, Kev. No man knows what kind of woman they're dating.
Most definitely.
Where was Daryl or DJ at this point?
I think after the PlayStation was smashed, that's when he came out the door and was like watching us.
Out of his room?
Yes.
He's already in the house at this point.
Yes.
So the best you know is what happens after the PlayStation gets broken.
After the PlayStation gets broken, me and her going back and forth at each other. I'm saying things to her. She's saying things to me.
How about physical force?
Not at that time.
Horrible things.
Just horrible things being said. And she's walking. Yeah, she's walking out. I'm following her. And then I remember us being outside at one point.
You ever tell her to leave?
Yes, I did tell her to leave. I don't remember. I just remember I told her to leave.
In the house?
Probably. I don't know.
Stained.
Where did you ask her to leave? Do you remember?
I can't recall.
How about your brother? Did he ever ask her to leave?
Yes, he did.
When was that?
I would say that was probably like after the fact. When you see like on the doorbell cam when she was hitting me and stuff and he got in between us. He was like, Dominique, just leave.
So let's talk about that. How did y'all wind up going outside?
She was on the process of leaving and I was following behind her, still yelling at her. She's yelling at me. Right. And then I remember I told her, go back inside and get her bottle. And when I went back to the door, I basically tried to open the door was locked. So that's how we got to that point.
Brother locked you guys out.
Yes.
Tired of it.
Yes.
All right. Does he open the door for you?
Yes, he opened the door.
What we saw in the video, is that what happened?
Yes.
Nene on a roll today.
All right, what happens when y'all get inside?
She goes and grab her bottle, and at that time my brother's still in between us, and she's going outside, and I go back outside, still yelling at her, going back and forth.
Yelling back at you?
Yes.
Any more physical violence at this point?
No, not at that point.
What happens then?
And then after that, I remember like right before she got to her car, I told her she's just mad because Kyla looks better than her and her body looks better than her naturally.
What kind of sucker comment is that?
Hold on. Wait a minute. Man. So hold on. Now she done dissed the man the whole time. She picked up a bottle to hit him with also. Apparently she never got him with the bottle, but she picked up a bottle, and then his brother was like, "Nah, that's too far." But you see, he like, hey, the other chick looked better than you, and she got a better body than you. I bet that just sent her over the damn top with that comment.
Bro, you do not go back and forth with a hostile female. You making yourself look, bro. You don't do that. Men, if you hear me, if a woman going crazy, you don't match that. Don't match that. The worse she get, the cooler you get. Make her feel stupid. Make her look. If somebody come and they go, "What is wrong with you?" Make them come and look at her like she out of her mind. You never
They don't care, Mike. They don't care.
No. This ain't about them. This is about you. It's about you. Nothing good is gonna come from going back and forth for the chick. Nothing good. It never has. It never will.
Not only that. Oh, go ahead. My bad. I thought you were done.
I'm just saying. I'm a beast with the roast. Like I'll insult the breaks. I'll cut somebody out in a second. Everybody know how I get down. But even I'm not doing that. Say what you want about me. Yeah, I'm fat and I'm ugly and I can't pull nobody. You right. I got you though. But you right. Go ahead. Go home. Just get her out the house, bro. Ain't nothing good gonna come from it. But go ahead, bro.
Right.
I'm sorry.
No, I was saying not only that, he did it when he thought she was about to leave.
Exactly.
You can't get no sucker than that.
So it's gonna make her come back now.
Exactly.
So he knew what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing.
When she getting in the car, hey, Angel, that naturally hit different. That naturally hit different. You know, she had her BBL like, I know he ain't talking about my Dr. Miami. Yo,
MD, I never thought about that. He didn't say it until she was leaving. Like she probably was in the car.
Yeah, that's what he said.
I don't know if it's like that episode I'm a big Family Guy fan, but I forget which episode it was where Brian didn't think the family loved him and he was leaving, and then Stewie came out running like, Brian, and then he's like, wait, and Stewie ran up to him and just hunked a big chunk of spit in his face.
Yeah.
It was almost like
yo, Stewie's a beast.
Wait. So she hits him in the head with a trophy, slams his PlayStation, slams his phone. Okay, talk all kind of shit. Yeah, she it's okay to throw you goofy bitch in there. I'm okay with that. She can't get that. I mean, after all that PlayStation smashing, phone smashing, hitting me with a trophy, you can get a goofy bitch. You can get that.
Wayne,
get your ass out of here, goofy bitch.
You might hold it down real quick. I'll be back.
I got you. Wayne, you got to remember, he said it himself. They was in there going back and forth the whole time. He was selling out the whole time. That's why they was going back and forth in the house. Once she's finally out the house and in the car, why? What points you gonna get from throwing an extra jab with she? Let her get in the car and go. Then you pull your camera, you get your brother's phone, you start recording, and I'm calling the police.
I feel you. You talking about somebody who's 20-something years old, who, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, these young boys ain't control like that. I get it. In the perfect.
I feel you. I'm sorry, but I was 25 once. Go ahead, family.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like you done got your phone slammed in your face, your PlayStation slammed in your face. You back and forth about another chick, and you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you can get a goofy bitch, get in your car. You can get that. Take that with you.
You know what? I'm not mad at you, and I feel your pain. I guess being who I am, I know I would never be in that position. Cause I ain't never had a chick break nothing of mine. I ain't never had a chick really hit me. I ain't never had a chick key my car. I think the worst thing a chick ever did. No, I remember. I was with a chick. I was the only woman I've ever been in love with. We won't get into that. She thought I was messing with her friend. And she walked over to she was gangster with it too. She walked over to my brand new computer, looked at my monitor, put her hand on it, and just pushed it over like it was the easiest thing in the world to do.
Oh, look at that. God.
Yeah, that was some evil. And then walked past me and was like, "Now, see if your computer worked now." And you know what I did? And I was in my 20s. I said, "Get your ass out my house." And she left. And then when she found out I wasn't messing with a friend, she came back with some money and was like, "Did anything break? I'm sorry. I'll fix it. I ain't mean to. You know, I get mad. I'm so sorry." And then she had to do some other things to fix it. But and if I was the man that I am today, I would have left her, and I should have left her. Even though I was in love, I should have left her. She was violent. She just never hit me. But you're right, man. He young. I guess when you're young, you do stupid stuff. But he should have been with her in the first place. Because Nene's right. You don't hide that kind of crazy. A woman don't wake. Kevin's right too. A woman don't wake up and just start putting hands on you like that. Well, not the majority. There's some women that are nuts, but you can't hide that nuts. Them the chicks would be like, "Why did you smile at the girl at Popeyes?" Oh, she said, "Thank you. Have a nice day." So you smiled at all the Popeyes bitches? Like, you get with a chick like that. Once you finish eating your Popeyes, you got to let her go. You feel me? You drop her at the house. That's the last time you ever speak. I'm that dude. It is nothing better than being a grown man, bro. There's nothing better than being a grown man. How you guys feel? Like,
this guy,
are you at that age where you cutting chicks off for just silly stuff? MD.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What? I didn't hear you. What you say?
I said, are you at that age now where you can cut chicks off for silly stuff?
Oh yeah, most definitely. That come with age. Yeah, you're right. That come with age. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think
it does. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, when we younger, we not. It's necessarily not about the relationship per se. It's about the esteem, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I think we get caught up more in the esteem when we're younger, and we tolerate a lot of stuff. But now we older, esteem don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right about that,
bro.
So, go ahead.
I don't know who. I know women hate Kevin Samuels, but nothing that the man said was more poignant than men want peace. When he said that, and it rippled through the internet, and it was like, I would go to women and say, "Hey, what does a man want?" And they could not give you an answer. They have no idea what men want. All they know is what they want from a man. When that man said peace, I felt that in every chamber of my heart, all four of them. My tricuspid valve was jumping. I was like, "Oh, my peace, yes, peace. That's all men want. Peace and a couple." My bad. Go ahead, Trevor. She bad. Moderator, go ahead.
So I see some BBL comments in the chat. So I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, I said, the naturally thing. I said, she was looking at her BBL like, "What you mean naturally?" She was hurt. I ain't gonna lie, that doctor, bro. They spent a whole lot of money to cut up their body, bro.
So okay, let's sidebar here because you ain't gonna take too long on it, but I started back watching Love and Hip Hop with wifey. I haven't watched Love and Hip Hop in years, but
why you doing that to yourself, Trevor?
They did like a run it back thing, and it made me be like, "Oh man, this show was interesting." But anyway, the point is, I remember I maybe watched it maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and I remember all those women on there before the money being so beautiful, like body wise, like you're looking at their bodies. And now here it is in 2023. I'm looking at them and I'm like, what the hell did y'all do to yourself? Like you look at somebody like a Carly Red or something like them, and you're like, why? Like you women used to look so beautiful, man, and now all of a sudden you guys look like clowns.
Bro, it's the saddest thing in the world. I showed this old Spanish lady at my job. We were talking about it, and she was like, "I don't understand why the women cut themselves up in there." And I'm like, "I don't either." And I showed her a picture of what Little Kim used to look like, and then what she looked like now, bro. It breaks my heart every time I see her with the green hair in that Crush on You video, and I'm like, she's immaculate. Like, that's like, I would love to wake up to that face. And she thought what she looks like now was better. Like, I don't understand, bro. 90s booty, I'm gonna say this on my own. 90s booty is the greatest booty in the existence of booty. I don't know what y'all women are doing trying to get this new 2020 booty. 90s booty look like a capital C. That's all your boy want. 90s booty is all I need. You remember you saw the wood and he went up and slapped on the booty? That was 90s booty. Yo, all a real man want is 90s booty. I don't know what all this stupid. And women want to say, oh, it's for men. No, it ain't for men. Ain't no man out here asking for a booty size so big that when I hit it from the back, I gotta like. I almost said something. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I almost said something. I'm sorry. I was about to go in. So I don't understand it. I gotta get tape to separate the cheeks. Like, it's huge. I'm sorry.
We gotta get to the last ones. I want to get. Yeah, we definitely gotta talk about last stories. I gotta fly through this. We got what, like 3
and you
minutes
can skip it, bro. We've established that he is a lame.
Yeah. So let me skip ahead a little bit.
Yes, I seen it coming, so I braced myself.
You able to block it or no?
I blocked most of it, but I did get hit though.
What happened when you got hit?
I guess DJ was like, all right, Dominique, like you went way too far. So she eventually goes back to her car.
DJ said what?
Like, you went way too far. Like, just leave. I'm telling you, Dominique, leave.
Okay. Was DJ getting upset?
Yes, he was upset.
You know if DJ ever got hit while he was in the middle of you two?
I can't tell you that. I don't know.
Did you get hit numerous times that night?
Yes.
Did you ever hit Dominique at all?
No, not one time.
Try to restrain her from stopping to hit you?
Yes, most definitely.
And was your car window broken at that point?
No.
So your phone, your PlayStation, anything else broken that you remember?
No, that was only 2 things.
Your heart, probably.
Yes.
And was this pretty much the breakup?
Yes.
I think that was the end of it?
Yes, I thought it was the end of it.
Before Dominique left, did she ever make any threats to you and out loud?
Yes, she pretty much was saying, I'm gonna have my brother them to come over here and fuck you up and kill you. Like, that was just the gist of what she was saying.
Did she ever talk like that before?
No.
To F you up and kill you?
No, she never talked like that before.
Oh, but this night before she left, she said that?
Yes.
How many times? Do you remember?
Numerous times.
Did you take it serious?
No, not at all.
You wish you did?
Yes.
Any reason why you didn't call the police on her?
Just, I love her, and like I said, I don't think it was that serious to call the police. I just felt like she was just upset and emotional, so I just felt like it wasn't no need to call the police.
A blood
You
clot
didn't want to
idiot.
get her in trouble?
No.
She never paid for your broken items or anything like that, right?
No.
So did you figure that was the last time you were going to see her?
Correct.
Did she drive away?
All right, I'm all right. I'm done. I'm done with him. So we know we know what ended up happening. If you don't know, just YouTube Travis Rudolph. She sent her brothers. She told her brother to go and F him up, like he said.
No, she said shoot his up.
Yeah, shoot him up, mess him up. So hey, peace Q. So her brothers go over there. They jump him. One of them he got sucker punched. So he ended up, Travis Rudolph ended up killing one of the friends and injuring somebody else. So he was facing murder charges. Thankfully, he got off. She's walking scot-free, even though she set everything up. Hopefully, she gets her day in court, but it won't happen, I know. But just real quick, let's summarize what we've seen, because I got to get to this next story, because I know we're gonna have a lot to say about this one. So, what do you guys say, MD? Let me hear what your just overall thoughts on it. And Q's right. Q's saying they had the wrong person on trial. Absolutely.
No, yeah. I mean, I think we got a pretty clear-cut view on how the situation went. Again, Even up to the point where he fired the rifle. Even that looked suspect to me as far as his reaction to what was going on. They literally brandished the weapon at your front door. You know what I mean? Yeah, you did the right thing to go get yours, because hell, who knows what could have happened? A few moments sooner than that. But how it went, they scurrying off, and then you choose to shoot. You know what I'm saying? Even that looks suspect to me. You know what I mean? But in the legality of the case, he did the right thing, quote unquote, per se, as far as defending his own castle doctrine and all that. But the moment they brandish a weapon at my house, just stay right there. Just stay. Don't go nowhere. Just stay right there. When I come back, just be right there. Please be right there. You know what I'm saying? Now, in the case of her, again, she got amped up. Yeah, it was other prior situations, but at the end of the day, it don't take much when you're dealing with somebody that's being used as a trophy per se, and think that you have more clout than you believe that you have. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. It is what it is. It's a typical situation. It ain't nothing new.
This is a life lesson, and people got to learn from this, men, especially the men. Poom poom is amazing, but it's not that amazing to where it's gonna cost you your life, man.
Facts.
I know it's like amazing when you're younger and you know you're not used to it. You know, it's like the first time you're eating spaghetti, it's all saucy and delicious and stuff like that. But it's not worth your life, you know. And especially if you got money, like I said, you gotta move differently. You know, you're just an easy setup. You're an easy come up, and at that point.
Hey, I've only had one woman who had kryptonite vagina, and thank God she was ugly, so I could let that go, and I'll never fall for it again. It ain't gonna never happen. I'm mad he opened the door. Like, if you just had an argument with a female and then her brother show up at your door, we're not conversing. Gentlemen, you need to leave my property now. And I would have had the gun at the door. We're not having a conversation. I live in the South. Like, where you really think you'll come to my house 4 against 1? Nah, bro, it's gonna be 4 against buckshot. Wayne,
real quick,
Yeah,
Wayne,
she should be in jail.
real quick before you say something, because I
No,
don't
go
want
ahead.
this comment to get lost. Q says, she got emotional. She went into this Karen-like mode, lying and being emotional. Sounds like some ish women do when they don't get what they want from that man.
facts.
I agree. All right, go ahead, Wayne.
Facts.
Wayne.
Head out on man. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
She should be on trial for putting the hit out on this man. I mean, that's all. I mean, let's just call it what it is. She put a hit out on him. You know what I mean? And they responded to the hit. So right then and there, man, she should be prosecuted. I don't know if they're gonna do it because someone died. So I think I don't know how it works in Florida, but I think maybe somebody got to be responsible for the young man's death. So, you know, yeah.
Gotta love me, Angel.
Wayne, you are breaking up some though. Like every now and then you clicking in.
Oh yeah, I am. I gotta find out. I gotta find out what's going on with this thing. Hold on. Y'all go ahead.
All right. So the next I'm gonna throw one in real quick, and that's just gonna Hey, Q said, I can't believe I agree with Wayne, but she did.
My sweetheart, Shaquesta. And let me tell y'all, man, me and Shaquesta go back, way back, 6th grade. You know what I'm saying? It's all love at it. She knows, man, Q, man, you know what's up. You know it's all love.
Like vertebrae and club walls.
Hey, well, y'all two, boy, y'all don't get along for shit, but so E must still be talking about the BBLs. He's saying they don't want to eat right and work out. They go through the convenient route. So I did see I started a comment from Nene. Yeah, Nene has been on the roll. I want to talk about this. So Nene says being in the public eye, especially since social media took over, affects them. They were both criticized because of their looks. So she's talking about earlier with the whole
Carly Rae.
Lil Kim. So I don't remember growing up anybody ever criticizing Lil Kim. All we ever did was praise Lil Kim about how fine she was, and Foxy Brown
fine
and stuff like that. So y'all know what I say it is. I say black women want to look like they're colonizers too much, you know, when they start doing the blonde hair and all that foolishness. You know, and all these extra implants and things like that. As perfect as God made the black woman's ass, for her to go pump whatever they're pumping in there, you see this Jamaican lady on Love and Hip Hop almost died. Spice, yeah. Like what about a Jamaican woman wants to go get ass implants? Like somebody make that make sense to me. I am from Jamaica. If one thing Jamaican women have is an ample derriere, and like who told these women that they weren't beautiful though? Like that's what I'm talking, because I don't believe it's men doing it. I believe it's not men telling them that they're beautiful, because we'll holler at them if they had a pancake ass, and we'd holler at them if they had a big fat ass. So they're not doing it for us. You can't.
I know who they're doing it for.
They're doing it for us.
I told y'all I'm the woman whisperer. I'll tell you who they're doing it for. They doing it because there's a segment of women that really think that whores, thots, and strippers are winning. And they think that because these women are getting so much sexual attention that they have to be like them to get to be something, or to be admired, or to get male attention, not understanding that, once again, shout out to Kevin Samuels, sexual attention and the ring are two totally different things. Some dudes will smash a girl by a garbage can just because he can. He not wifing her tomorrow. That's the issue. They think, oh, look at these. I had a friend who just told me the other day, man, these girls out here getting all that money. I'm at work, and I'm like, yo, you really think being a stripper is easy? Being a stripper is difficult. I used to go up there and talk to strippers. I had chicks I would give money sitting down doing nothing, because I'm like, y'all don't know how you do this. Being a stripper is hard. My bad. Go ahead, Trevor. I'm sorry. I was about to go on a diatribe. I'm sorry.
Y'all check out my cup though. Again, my boy Chuck made it for me. The Straight Talk with Trevor cup. He made it for me for Father's Day. Y'all make sure and check it up. You want a custom cup? Let me know and I'll get you his info. So Kevin says that they were probably criticized from other women. Yeah, it's absolutely from other women. It's coming from other women. I had a girl tell me one time. I asked her, I'm like, damn, why you dress like that? Like, why don't you leave a little bit to be desired? And she was like, boy, ain't nobody dressing up for y'all. We doing that for other women. So when we go out to the club, other women could look at us and hate on us. And I never forget that, because it's absolutely true. Why women for the most part go out here showing themselves, because a man gonna want to smash regardless. You could be wearing a Birkin, a potato sack, and a man gonna want to hit regardless. Look at some of the most beautiful women in the world are those damn Arab women that have their entire bodies covered up. So you can't tell me that showing more is getting you more men. So it has to either be something psychological, or they're absolutely doing it to compete with other women. But we did what, like 3 shows where we didn't bash them. So let's try to get out of this show without doing it.
Hey, but the second something go wrong, the second something go wrong, you know whose fault it is. Men did it. Yeah. We did it.
Damn right. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Man, please.
I actually agree with Trevor on this one.
I ain't never looked at a chick walking with her booty cheeks out and thought, this must be the mother of my child. This is the one I'm going to bring home to my mom. Never in my, no, it's not. Never in my life have I looked at a woman, seen her booty cheeks, and been like, oh, I'm taking her home to meet the parents. Never. Ever.
Hey, last thing I'll say, man. Hey, them Kardashians go down in history, man. When we get our grandkids, man. Hey, we gonna tell them, hey, the Kardashians started it all.
Yeah.
Facts.
Never has someone done so much with less talent than them sisters.
Yeah, fact.
They owe it all to
Facts,
their
man.
mom.
Facts indeed. Facts
They
indeed.
mom.
That was the first one I seen with a BBL. Actually, if I, it could, of course it was women prior, but to popularize it, it was Kim, bro. It was Kim K.
Yeah.
A person that
She had
actually
the
needed
greatest
a BBL.
manager. She had the greatest manager in the history
Yeah, I
of
agree.
thoughtism.
Her mom.
Yeah, Mom Deuce. Shout out to Mom Deuce.
That could be an entire show in its own, but we're gonna leave that one alone. So, all right. So I wanna get to this. Let me close this out, but I want to show this first, and then this one is just gonna be a quick like, what do you think? And then we'll get into the main story. So yeah, I didn't think we was gonna spend so long on Travis Rudolph, but it's all good that we did. All right.
My bad, Cardi.
So I want to can you guys see this? Uh-oh. Hold on.
Oh wow.
Oh, I did not. This is what you were going with.
According to Pike County Coroner Jason Jones, Hall was stabbed multiple times in her upper torso and back, also suffering a gunshot wound to the chest. It happened at her mobile home at the intersection of Lawson Road and Magnolia Holmesville Road. Deputies arrested her 14 and 12-year-old daughters.
The girls, they was like, when I drove up, they was like, TT, we didn't do this. And I was like, okay, where was y'all when the people that was doing it did it?
14-year-old Amariana Hall was charged as an adult with murder. The 12-year-old's name and charges are not being released. Family members tell us Hall was home alone with the two girls Friday night when an argument occurred.
It was her gun. It was in her car, so they had got it out. So I guess when they was doing all that to her, she was probably trying to get to her gun to fight for her life.
Hall is also the mother of a 16-year-old and a 1-year-old. Coroner Jones said an autopsy is scheduled for Tuesday morning. Mariana Hall is being held in the Pike County Jail on a $150,000 bond. Her preliminary hearing is set for January 22nd.
All right. So Ricardo said it best, man. I mean, like Ricardo saying this generation is done, and Q is saying this case is discussed and they are menace. So this goes back to, and I don't want to spend too much time on this, but if we have to, then we have to. These two girls, 12 and 14, off their mom because she took their phone away from them. I mean, I can't even begin to imagine what they were thinking and what led them to this. So this is one time I'm gonna just be quiet. Let's just whatever you say though, just keep in mind, be respectful to the to the dead. But this is ridiculous. I got nothing.
Hey, real quick, how many on the panel got teenage kids?
I got a dog.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I do.
I don't.
Yeah, bro. Hey, Trevor, just know, like I said, you could do all the good parenting that you want, bro. Trust me. You could be the greatest dad in the world. Get ready for it, bro. It's coming. And hell, ain't no telling what's gonna be out when your little girl get of age. It's gonna go down. Just trust and believe. I got 3 teenage boys. And it's just a society we live in.
MD,
I don't know if y'all saw. Go ahead.
MD, have you ever had to take their PlayStation from them?
Heck yeah, of course.
Have you ever had to take their phones from them?
Yeah.
Did they go get one of your guns and try to shoot you?
No, they didn't do that. No, they went ham though. I ain't saying it's that extreme, but I'm saying just from the generation that we're in, it's gonna be some type of pushback, is what I'm saying. Now, if they gonna try to maliciously kill you, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's I don't know. But it's gonna be pushback simply because the society that we live in. I don't know if y'all saw a couple of weeks ago, actually in the country of Guyana, it was a boarding school and it was a teenage girl and the teacher took her phone and she burned the school down and killed 19 kids.
Yeah. So we can't even just say that that's an American problem now. Because
No,
look at
it's
that.
not. It ain't.
So what? Because okay, I want to and y'all chime in. I want to read this comment from Q. And it's our generation who are the parents. So Dr. Mia always stresses that we're the one raising these little monsters. We push so hard not to raise our kids how we were raised and completely miss the mark. So I'll say this: if again, I'm gonna plug the Pour Your Heart Out from Saturday. If you want to hear some gut wrenching at times, because I tell you, some of those stories were hard to listen to, very gut wrenching, but some of the most realist conversation you ever want to hear, go back and check out the Hood of Motherhood from this past Saturday from the ladies of Pour Your Heart Out. It was the most compelling and like train wreck at the same time, and I mean that in a good way. Like you couldn't turn away from it. It was so gripping and compelling. I know Nini's gonna cut that up real good and make little clips from each person because that was tremendous. So y'all make sure and go back and check that out.
And traumatic.
So she's saying it starts from the beginning. There's consequences when you don't follow the rules. So we always talk about the rules, but so E is saying black people love European fashion, looks, etc. I can't understand why we love to look in that. Okay, so he's reacting to earlier. So Angel says, man, I love my chat, man. Y'all show y'all, and I don't want to ever miss a comment. So Angel saying this was unheard of in our generation. We only heard about this with the privileged white, the Menendez brothers. That's what I was thinking. And Nini just dropped a link to the Pour Your Heart Out episode. Yeah, the Menendez brothers. You didn't hear this from black kids, but was it always happening and it just wasn't reported? Y'all sound off.
Bro, I feel away because I actually know a kid that did this. I can't get like into particulars because legally, I'm not allowed to. But like, I know a kid who did exactly this, and he was literally someone that I had to, I don't want to say mentor, but I had to, basically nobody would deal with him but me. And he was the smartest kid I think I've ever known under the age of 13. But he did this exact same thing, probably more vicious than what they did. And to him, it was just normal. Like he didn't get what he wanted, so he did what he felt he had to get what he wanted back. And the fact that these kids think not only is it okay, but it's like a natural reaction for them, that's what we need to be terrified of. Because I don't know, I'm pretty sure their mom wouldn't have thought they would ever do something like this. You know what I mean? Like she thought she was raising them right. But like Wayne said, you can't raise crazy out of somebody. If they gonna do it, they gonna do it. Now, I love my daughter, but like I said, if a woman pick up a knife or a gun and try to kill me, I'll punch him in the face. That go for you too, baby girl. If you ever hear this, I love you to death. Daddy gonna knock you out. I'm sorry.
Thinking Black makes a good comment. As much as the media likes to show negatives in the black community, if this was happening back then, they would have shown. Yeah, you're right. They would have had that plastered. That would have been plastered all over the place. Yeah, you're right.
But that's the sad thing. It's happening now, which means their disease, their colonizer disease, is coming over on us. That's not something. None of us would have ever. None of us would have talked back. Like, feel me on this. If you go in your room, you close the door, and you in your room and you mad at your parents, you still talk low when you talk trash about them. You still put your face in the pillow. Get on my damn nerve. What? Nothing. I said the room was hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't even fathom at the maddest I've ever been at my mother. I never thought of like stabbing her. Like, that's the worst thing I thought was, man, I'll find her favorite earrings and throw them in the toilet, flush them. And even then I was like, nah, she'll kill me. Like, I don't know what it is. There's no fear. I think society has made kids feel, and this is no hate at Dr. Mia. Society has made kids feel like they're the equals of adults. and they're not. Parents are being soft, and they're being forced to be soft because society says, no, you have to listen to their feelings. You have, and I know sometimes we do, but hey, they didn't listen to our feelings, and we're all okay. We're not great, but everybody on this podcast is a positive human being. You know what I'm saying?
Let
Hey,
me
real.
add,
Oh, go ahead.
go ahead, MD. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say because I'm finna get ready to bounce, man. Hey, I appreciate everybody on the panel.
Oh,
Hey,
okay,
look.
MD.
Oh, nice meeting
Yeah,
you, bro.
hey, this is what
All
you
right,
got to
peace.
understand. This is what you got to understand. These phones, man, give access to a whole different world to these kids. Like my oldest son, he literally got thousands of people following him, like on social media. If you take that world away from them, it's like they're alone. You know what I'm saying? And I had like when I got into it with my son, I had to explain, hey, look, man, you got to understand, like, you got the phone world and you got the real world. You know what I'm saying? The phone world, you may be popular in the phone world, but you got to learn how to complement that into like real stuff. So I make him, hey, look, like he and the girls and all that. Hey, look, man, it's cool. Like Snapchats is cool. You can talk to all the girls you want on Snapchat. Try to implement that in the real world, and I think that's the issue. You know what I'm saying? Like these phones have made these kids antisocial, man. I say, hey, look, put your phone. Even when I go to the mall with my kids, hey, oh, you like her? You want to go talk to her? He be like, nah, I ain't finna go. Go talk to her. Go ahead. I'm gonna go in the bathroom. You go talk to her. You know what I'm saying? That's my way of getting him out of the phone world and actually putting the skills to the test. Snapchat ain't gonna cut it all the time. At some point, you gotta like actually talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's a big part of it. But other than that, man, I'll holler at y'all, man. I'll see y'all Wednesday, bro.
Yeah, we'll be reviewing Money in the Bank.
Yeah, no doubt.
Not reviewing,
Forbidden
but
Door.
Yeah, okay. I got you. I got
Shut
you.
up.
All right, peace, y'all.
So, all right, go, Kev. You want to say? Go ahead.
Yeah, because he made a really good point, and I was gonna say something that adds on to that. I was gonna say, like, you know, it's not only hard being a parent and figuring out how to be like the best parent. I'm freestyling because I don't have kids of my own, but what I was gonna say is that there's a lot of crack, like new age crack, that's in society right now. The phone is definitely the biggest one because, like what he said, you know, it's easier to get girls, right? You want to see a naked chick, boom, type in a website, you know, you got your stuff there. Video games, that's mad addicting. You got food, that's mad addicting. So, you know, maybe I don't know how this lady was. You know, I'm sure it's stressful. You know, taking care of kids maybe on her own. I'm not too sure if she has a husband or not, but yeah, that's another element to it. Is like all these addictions that's happening. That, I mean, yeah, if like you take away your kid's phone, I mean, you're taking away their fix for the day. You know, is how I see it.
See, and that's why I like to have Kev on the panel, because Kev's 29. I mean, he's the closest to these kids' age, you know, than us. We're all almost mid 40s. So, real quick, Wayne, because I want to hear from Wayne, but I want to read some of these comments. Angel, let me know as soon as you find out about Rio and Blue, if that's going down this Thursday. Because if not, you know, I got a conversation I need to set up, but I don't want to run it at the same time. So, you know, if they're going to do it, you know, I'll push it to like next week or something, or another day that you aren't doing it. So let me know. But I want to read this comment from Q. She says, we are the punk ass parents now. Our generation has dropped the ball. There is no village anymore because people can't say shit to your kid. That's, man. All right. Kids don't
get
100%
right. Bernie Mac said it. She's right.
Kids don't get real world lessons anymore. We had to figure it out. We continue to baby coddle and overlook the BS. Absolutely. Kevin says, MD hit the nail on the head. Social media has confused this generation on the concept of being social. Ricardo, I was warned years ago by a tech teacher never to put social media too much prevalence. Q says, I control my daughter's app usage. So here's the thing. I was supposed to do a show about 3 months ago, and with this conversation, I think I am going to do it again. I even had the thumbnail ready and everything. It was called The Unsocial Side of Social Media. Actually, me and Dr. Mia was supposed to do it, but I think that I should open it up to everybody just because it's true. Like MD said, he took his boys to the mall and he telling the boy to go talk to the girl, and he's like, I don't know how to. I forget where I was one day, and this young kid went to go holler at a girl. He didn't ask her name, he didn't ask her number. Guess what he asked her? What's your IG? I'm like, that's what y'all leading with now. Like I remember, I remember. Oh, so Cliff comes in. Hey, please, Cliff, if you can hit the panel, come on. Yep. So adults can't stop texting and driving, but we're so quick to take a phone from a child. So this is one of those things where that's one of those things where he's right. Yeah. I mean, but in this particular case, yeah, they ain't got nothing to do with it. But you are right. Because the adults are just as addicted to social media. I had to pull away. Me coming on YouTube now has caused me to pull away from IG and IG and Facebook. I got 137 Facebook notifications right now. I got about 70 unread IG messages. If you want to get in contact with me, you got my phone number, or hit me up in WhatsApp. But it's like that stuff will pull you, it'll consume you if you're not careful. So I don't want to be, oh man, oh my cuz Ben done hit the, Ben, finally, thank you for finally coming over to a Man Talk Monday. Social media is the new social preference. That's true. So I do want to do that show then. It's the unsocial side of social media. We'll just figure out a day to set it up. That could probably be a collaboration with the Pour Your Heart Out ladies if they want to rock with it. If not, I mean, we'll do it because we got plenty enough stuff to talk about. And another thing too, I do want to get this before I get Wayne in. This Man Talk Monday was designed to do these like video clips and stuff. So I know we got away from it just because it was a month of June and I wanted to do more focus driven shows, but I am going through my videos now on Instagram because that seems to be where I get all the real good stories at. So we'll knock them down as they come. I try to do like two to four of them a show. So that's what we'll be doing going forward. But definitely, Nene, let me know if I'm talking like she's not in the same house with me, but let me know if that may be something y'all interested in, is doing the unsocial side of social media. If not, we'll take care of it. But I'd like to get as much participation on that as possible, because I think social media is destroying us, like really, really destroying us. Look at it. Bone says IG is very addictive. It is. Y'all ever, and Wayne, I'm gonna give you the mic, but you ever
do your thing.
You ever watch, I'm a YouTube now that, and it's funny because I never wanted to do this, but Van Cat basically held a gun to my head and made me do it. But so you ever start watching one shorts and 6 hours later you feel like you don't watch every single shorts on YouTube because they so addicting. Like, bro, you get the one video and you just can't stop.
I could do you one better. The other day, I have to leave my house at 6:20 to get to work at 7 o'clock, right? I woke up at 4:30 a.m. and I started watching a short. It was like, the short, it looked nice. Next thing I know, it was 6:30 and I hadn't even taken a shower yet.
Yeah, it gets to you. I had to delete TikTok for that.
Bro, it's crack. It's crack for real.
Bro, it's like our world makes us now, technology and stuff makes us, I think it's making us softer more than, and when I say us, I'm talking about like the kids now, because they don't go outside and play anymore. I mean, hell, I'll just put it on me. Y'all know wifey just bought me a PS5, so I wanted 2 games. I didn't take my ass to the store to go get it. I just ordered them right online and they delivered them right to my front door. Like it's like, so even with us adults, it's I don't know. I don't know where it begins, where we start to have a conversation, but something needs to be done. Something needs to be said. Like, yeah. So Kevin says the clout and notoriety that comes from being viral is the 21st century crack. So I admittedly, like, my audience is more of a different. It's not the same audience that's circulated around the YouTube streets. I mean, you may see a few faces, like, Angel supports me pretty much whatever I do, but so somebody had to explain to me what the wrenches are. Like, why are they so popular? Like, I don't know the story behind the wrenches, but sometimes I listen to people and they're like, oh, well, you got a wrench in this person's chat, so you can't come over to me, and how come you got a wrench in my ops chat? I'm assuming ops means opponent, right?
Opposition.
Okay, and I'm not making that up. I just don't know. So you have a wrench in my ops chat and stuff like that, so I don't mess with you. And I'm like, what? Like to me, I give out wrenches just in case somebody comes in and they talking crap about me and I can't see it, to get it out of there so it doesn't throw me off. But are wrenches like street cred? Like, what? I don't get it. I really don't get it. I'm a caveman, so I don't get it. Whatever. But go ahead, Wayne. My bad.
Oh no, you good, man. All great points. I mean, I don't really have too much to add with Kevin J. Man, I agree. It's the clout that come with going viral, and then at the same time, it's almost with the times now. It's like we live in a who gonna check me society. So you know what I mean. It's like, well, and everything that comes to my mind, or everything that comes to a teenage mind or someone's mind, is supposed to be instantly gratified. So whatever I think or whatever I feel, that means that is valid. So I mean, and that's what I think social media does. I think that's what going viral does. I think that's what these kids are feeling. I mean, I see in school now, teachers are getting into physical fights because of taking these teenagers' phones, and they'll literally I mean, you can't do nothing to them now. So that's another thing. The laws, man, you can't put your hands on these kids. Even the parents, you can't put your hands on these kids. Teaching. So yeah, I mean, I think I got a friend that work in the school board. He's like, if a fight break out, I literally have to step back and call security to come and break up the fight. I can't even get involved, especially if it's girls. So just so much stuff has changed, man. So yeah, man, I think when they started taking out the punishment with the children, man, when they lighten up on that, I think that with the social media added to all that stuff, I think that changed a whole lot. And now it's like I said, if I feel a certain way about it, then that means it's a fact. That means it should be validated. And nobody can't be wrong and nobody can't be checked. So that's where we're at right now. We live in this cancel culture. So you got to be careful what you say to a kid. You got to be careful what you say to employees. So it's like there's no rules now, really, at the end of the day.
Let me ask y'all a question, because Mike, I'm almost certain it was Mike who said this. I think on the last episode or episode before, but he was doing a parallel. I forget what we were talking about, but he was doing a parallel about how basically what we were talking about, how like you ever see some kids, they could get like 9 million likes on something, but that one person that says, oh, it was ugly or something like that, and it's like that's what they focus on and they lose their shit about it. I don't know exactly what the conversation was about, but so let me ask y'all a question. Yeah, Nini's saying that the episode has to happen soon. Hey, you know me, it don't take nothing to fire up this mic. I'm trying to read all the comments, man. So no state has a law that says you can't physically discipline your kid. Yeah, I got my ass kicked when I was a kid, so I see it's different with me because I have a daughter, so I don't believe in spanking my daughter, but that's something for another show. So Wayne, Ricardo says it's so sad though, Wayne. Growing in this new age shit is draining, to say the least. Nini says a world of walking on eggshells. Absolutely. Q says that's coming from a former protective and investigator. So Q has dealt with this personally. So let me ask you guys a question before I get to the next video. So, and we're doing good. We're under the 3-hour mark. So Q, hold on, Q. I want to get this comment. I do a workshop about social media etiquette if y'all need me. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll get it. Yeah, Nene will get it. Nene will get it figured out, and we'll Oh, so Kev's saying you gotta go after this question. All right. So let me ask this question. And it goes back to the show that the ladies did Saturday night, because I was thinking about it. And I'm curious to hear how men answer this question. And the link is in the chat. Anybody else want to come up? But do you feel you could be your kid's friend
when they're 40?
Yeah, I was wondering what Mike was going to say.
Yeah, when they're 40. Yeah, when they got their own crib and they finally start to understand the stuff I had to deal with. Like, that's how come me and my mom cool now, because I do stuff and she look at me, she go, "You remember when you did that in 4th grade?" I was like, "Man, stop, leave me alone." Now we could be friends. We could joke. We could watch movies together. I watched a movie with a sex scene. My mom. I looked at her. She was like, I thought that'd been more uncomfortable. I was like, "Yeah, we grown. We can do it now. Can't do it when they jits. When they young." I told you, letting these kids feel like they're adults too young is the problem. Kids' brains, what they said, the brain isn't even developed till you're like 25. Before that, you're still thinking, like, you still think the world revolves around you. You still think someone does something to you, it's the end of the world. You remember when you broke up with a girl and you were like, "Oh my God, I'm never going to find another one like her. It was the love of my life." Man, you find another girl next week. You know what I'm saying? Like, kids, they live in fatalists. They think everything is the end of the world. Everything is now. Now was my daughter wanted to get baptized, and I'm sorry, baby, if you ever hear this, I apologize. She wanted to get baptized on, I think it was Tuesday. No, it was Sunday. We wanted to get baptized Sunday, but I wasn't there and her mom wasn't there. And this girl, you would have thought they told her that Jesus don't like her. She just started crying. She's like, "It has to happen now. You don't understand, Daddy." And I'm like, "What? Baby girl, they baptize every Sunday. We can do it next Sunday." "No, but it has to." In their mind, now is everything. That's why they can't own guns until certain age. That's why they can't vote till 18. It should be later. But there's a reason for that. There's a reason. Kids are stupid.
I don't know about
stupid. No, kids are stupid.
Nah.
Hey, you don't have no kids, Kevin. Shut up.
Kev got to go, so let him
let him answer this.
Puppies are stupid too.
Low-key, but two different species. Yeah, I was gonna say you can't really. I'm gonna say I assume, because I don't have any kids, but I would assume you can't really be their friend, but you can be like their mentor, like their guiding ear. The reason I say that is because I see, like, with a lot of, especially with like Caribbean parents, they have this strict thing where, like, I'm your parent, whatever I say goes, right? Even when they don't even know what they're talking about half the time. But with kids, from what I notice, is that, they're just curious about the world and trying to figure out how things work. So I feel like if you're the mentor, saying like, okay, well, you shouldn't paint on the walls because you're gonna mess it up for when I bring guests over. How about you put on a piece of paper, as opposed to like grabbing their arm, like a 2-year-old, and just grabbing their arm and like spanking them. That I feel like is a better route, as opposed to just hitting them or being like goofy with them as like a friend. And I'll say the same when it comes to being a teenager, because at that point they're gonna have a lot of emotions, and logic isn't going to be something that they're going to have at that time. So being that listening ear for them is going to be something to where it'll be better for them. But yeah, man, I appreciate you for having me, man. And chat's awesome. I do got a problem with Trevor
tonight.
Boy, stop pandering.
I'm a pander.
Yeah, go and plug your IG and tell them that you want a sugar mama.
No, he wants 2.
Maybe next show. Yeah, too. Get her.
Yeah. So hey, yeah, I see Yanga's back. Yanga, if you wanna come up, man, the link is in the chat. Yanga, Ricardo, E, Tequila, Q, whoever, Ben, anybody want to come on? The link is in the chat.
Be safe, Kev.
Yeah,
All
peace,
right, man.
peace,
I'll be
Kev.
listening. I'll
All right,
probably be
Kev,
back.
take it easy, bro. Take
All
it
right,
easy.
boys. I'll catch y'all.
All right.
Kids are stupid.
All right.
Remember that.
Wayne, what do you think? Because I want to get to this this comment from Q.
Yeah, I'll keep it short. I mean, you gotta have your boundaries as a parent. So yeah, I mean, it's you want them to open up to you and all that good stuff as far as your kid, your parent. You got to set that boundary. Absolutely.
Hey, we'll let Kevin discuss with his child why she shouldn't touch the stove. You can discuss, hey, no, because the stove is hot. How hot, Daddy? Yeah, and when she got 9 fingers at 14, you'll be the one crying about it. You got me messed up. Sit your ass down.
So so Q says, so she said that this was going back to earlier when I initially asked the question. So we aren't friends, but I want my daughter to feel comfortable to come to me about anything. Okay, so the way I see that as a parent, you foster the environment. Yang is saying he's in and out. Okay, so as a parent, you foster the environment. You're supposed to foster the environment that your child feels safe around you. But like my only thing with that is, can't you do that without being like friends? And then we had to, so at some point we'll have to define what friends are. Look at me wanting to define words now. We'll have to define what a friend really is. But just me personally, I just feel like you can foster that safe environment. You can come to me about anything so case in point, last night we were watching TV and my daughter came to my wife. It was something she didn't want me to hear, but it was something she wanted to tell her mom. So she came to her mom and whispered in her ear. Likewise, there'll be things my daughter doesn't want my wife to hear, but she only wants me to know it because she knows that we handle things differently. So, but she feels comfortable enough to know, like, hey, I could come to my parents and tell them stuff. We're not friends. Like, she's my responsibility. I love her. That, like, that's my baby girl. But I mean, it just all comes into how we're defining friends. But that's why I just wanted to bring that up. Pose that question with some men. So Nini says sometimes they have to have experience. They have to experience the why. They need that burn. Yeah. Well, see, I disagree with that a lot of times too, just because we experience a lot of things growing up. Like I was just telling my wife earlier, I said, you ever been burnt by a lamp bulb? That shit is painful. I remember that happened to me when I was 7. So I wouldn't want my daughter now at 8 to turn around and go touch the same lamp. I let her know, hey, don't do this, because if you do it, it's gonna burn you. So, but yeah, that's all good. I mean, we just throwing things around here. So, all right. So Yanga laughing at something Mike said. So, all right. So let's get into the touchy one. All right. Unless you guys have anything else to close out on this one about. And I thought this one was going to be the one where we just brush past.
No, I'm good.
All right. Kevin says Kevin's a gentle parent. Kevin, if you're talking about Kevin that's beyond the, yeah, he's not a parent. I guess he's a dog parent, I guess.
Man, ain't no damn dog parent. Dog parents are dogs.
So QC, sometimes they need to get that lesson. And Kev saying let her touch the lamp. No, sir. That comes with trust and respect. We ain't Leia's friend, but if you ask her, she'll say we are her friends. She's about that age. No, so it's about the age and what their take is on friends. So yeah, like, because I don't think we're, me and my daughter aren't friends, but I'm responsible for her, so it's my job to protect her. So she's saying just an FYI is after 8 o'clock, no pressure. All right. So let's get, and I tried to start early, but let's get into but the chat keep chatting though. So I mean, hey, what do you want me to do? So friends Friends, Ben says friends thinking it's okay for your child to call them by their first name, not calling your child out when they're wrong, not calling your child out on their wrongdoing, not allowing your child to be responsible for their own actions. Absolutely. All right, so let's get into this last one, because this is the one that's gonna be touchy. And Angel and Akasha touched on this earlier. I had already had it saved in my list to go over. So let's look at this one. We're gonna, again, anybody doesn't like seeing, just a warning ahead of time, touchy stuff. So let's take a look. And again, I want to be mindful of the deceased, but we definitely need to talk about what's going on here.
Nate, get your food. Woo, get the cop.
Can you guys hear?
Nate, get your food. Get your food. If you say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out. Oh my God, I say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out. Oh, say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out. Oh, yeah. Nate, get your food.
All right. So again, let's start here, because we don't, in these things you never have full context. I would have loved to see and to hear. So when they went back and they showed that she was just standing there ordering her food or doing whatever, it looks like she was just doing just that, ordering her food. But I would love to have heard what was going on there. I would love to have seen what the scene was before they walked in. Because a lot of times I jump to the defense of certain things, and then when you see a different view, you're like, oh man, I feel like an idiot defending this. But I will say, based off of strictly what I seen, and that's all I'm going off of. So save your crap talking, whoever's going to talk crap. I think she was 100% justified. Well, I'll say Lil Man was 100% justified in what he did. I have zero problems with him protecting his mom, because based on the video, that's all I could go off of. It looks like she was ordering her food, and he may have been talking to her. They may have gotten into an argument. And the fact that he said, if you say it again, I'm going to punch you in your mouth. And then he proceeds to punch her twice. And he threw like hard punches. This wasn't no, oh, I'm going to just slap you. Based on what we saw in the video, that's all I'm going to say. There is nothing that I saw her do, nothing that justified him punching her. And it's crazy that this happened in Chicago, and this is where Blue brought up for his debate out of Chicago. Like, this is just the craziest friggin' place in the world. But so just let's keep that in mind. We're only going by the video unless you guys saw something else. But based on the video, I think Lil Man was justified, and somebody already mentioned it in the chat, but I'm gonna show later where they dropped all the charges. But I want to hear from you guys as respectful as possible, because somebody is dead. like what, based on what you saw, how you feel about that. And again, the link is in the chat. Whoever wants to come up and talk about it, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it.
I believe all three are wrong. I believe I said it earlier where you remember when we were talking about Travis, and I said, as a man, you get nothing from arguing with a woman. You get no points. You get no stripes. There's nothing to be earned. I don't know what she said. I don't know what he said. I know they were both, he was very upset and she was very nonchalant and it made him look crazy. So as a man, 50 Cent said one of the best lines in history of hip hop. He said, "Why should I care about you? Why should I care about your feelings? You're not my bitch." That is how I strictly live my life. Okay, that's why they can say I'm hurt and I'll play to the hurt thing. It's hilarious because I don't care about what you say. To hell with you. So he should have never let a woman get him off his square. As a man, you can't let a woman get you to a place where you will act like this. Now, as a woman, you're not supposed to, especially in public, and it's perceived to be someone she doesn't know. It shouldn't go there. It should never get to a point. If somebody says, say another word and I'm going to punch you in your mouth, and you keep going, I did not say the term asking for it because I know people are going to say that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if I'm arguing with a dude and the dude say one more word and I'm going to shoot the hell out of you, and I say something else and he shoots me, what the world going to say to me? And 3, the young man, I do know a little more about it. The young man was justified until he did what he did after the video stops.
Yeah.
Because first, she told him to go to the car to go get the hammer, which I believe she knew she was going to take it there. You know what I'm saying? Because if you feel like I need to go get a weapon, you should stop the argument right there. The argument should be done. I know people are saying, and I respect what she's saying, Q. All she was doing was talking, cool. But we've already established that words set some people off. Some people, like, all Kyla did was answer the phone and say hello. All he did was text the girl, and she was busting homeboy in the head with a trophy. Those are just words. But she was busting him in the head. If she knew this was going to be something that was going to go to weapons, if she knew it was going to go there, she should have shut the hell up. Everybody's ego is so big, they can't. I'm not going to let him get the last word. I'm not going to let her talk to me like that. Bro, if you feel the need, that's why I'm terrified for Florida, because you know what's coming into effect on July 1st.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to be the one dude who don't have his. But I'm telling you, I remember the first time I carried a gun, I was walking around feeling like I wish somebody would. And I didn't like that. That's not even who I am. I'm not even that type of guy, but I had that. I'm in traffic. Somebody cut me off like, hey, bro, you know what I got on me? Like, that's not even who I am, but I know the power a weapon makes you feel like you have. So what all these people is going to be walking around with it's going to be terrifying, bro. That little man a mother should never put her 14-year-old child in that position to do that. Think about that. Everyone is saying little man did what he had to do. He shouldn't have had to. If I'm out with my daughter and I'm arguing with a man or I'm arguing with a woman and a woman tells me she's going to shoot me, all right, lady, you got it. You got it. I'm not going to traumatize my child, because let it be known, he's 14-year-old boy. Cool. We all like to act like boys don't have feelings. He's going to remember that. That's not something he killed a man. He walked a man down. That's going to be real cool for a couple weeks in school. It's going to be different when the nightmares hit. It's going to be different when you're feeling away. It's going to be different when you're in therapy when you're 30 and you don't understand why you're shaking and sleep. You got to go see Dr. Mia. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be different then. Why would you as a parent want to put your child in, hey, go get the hammer real quick, go hit the car? Why would I put my child in a position to do that? My daughter's going to learn to shoot to protect herself, not to end an argument that I could have ended with just all right, I'm going to get my food. Go ahead, sir.
So hold on, Mike, because I don't want to cut your thought. Hey, well, Yanga, I don't know. You fell off though. If you want to come back up, because Q is going crazy in
Oh,
the chat,
sorry.
and I gotta read some of her comments, but she brings up a very important. See, this was so with me. The first thing when I saw it, I was like, damn, do they know each other? Like maybe they dated or something. Like I'm just trying to find some rational, bring some rationale as to why this guy would get so emotional that this woman's ordering food and he swings on her. I don't know what she said to him. And we just talked about Travis Rudolph. Women can say some hurtful stuff that hurts your pride, but I don't think at any point, just based off of what we saw, is that she did or said anything that would make him react like that. So Q asked a very important question, and I'm gonna tell you, Q, the men of today would stand there and let this happen. They would pull out their cell phones and they would say that they're not getting involved in this. Can y'all men stand there and witness this? Us old school would jump in there quick and put a stop to it. But these new school men of today that like to wear skinny jeans and crap like that, they would stand there and pull out their cell phones and they'd rather record it than to step in and potentially stop somebody from getting their head blown off. So go ahead, Mike, because she continues, but I don't want to cut you.
Bro, I just read the chat where they're trying to say, I said these
Stay
three.
focused, Mike.
You're right.
Drop you.
I said three separate things. I said they're all wrong for different reasons, and I stand on it. Okay, I stand on it. There is no way in the world. You know what? I'll go to what you just said. As a man, and this is another thing I was trying to say earlier about the Travis thing. I don't like the fact that people don't stop the stuff before it gets to that point. If you see two people arguing, I would want to get them, hey man, this ain't worth it, bro. This ain't worth it. But you got to remember, they live in Chicago. In Chicago, where dudes 12, 13, 14 will pop you if you step on their Nikes. So I know I'm an old head and I want to get in the way, but these young kids don't care about my life. And as much as I love black women, I love one black woman more than all of y'all. And that's the one who has my initials and my last name. And I'm going to make it to see her. I'm getting back home to her. I'm not going to die and then at the funeral go, daddy went out like a soldier because he protected some woman who probably don't know his name and don't give a damn about him later on. A woman who would tell her 14-year-old kid to go get a gun to shoot a man and then walk him down. Nah, I'm good. I'm getting home to my baby. I'm sorry. I feel you, Trev. I'm sorry. I feel, when people had morals and people had character, you would step in. Because maybe this dude drunk, maybe they argue about something from the past. Hey man, chill out. The modern people, nah, bro, I'm good. I'm not dying.
No, I'm saying it's nothing to apologize. I'm just trying to keep up with the chat though, because Tequila's saying it's 2023. It's 2023. You can't jump in to intervene anymore. You'll end up hurt or unalive. That's what Mike is saying. I mean,
that's exactly what I'm saying.
It's just like anything in life. You're gonna have people that can see everything. They'll see stuff from both sides, and that's the beauty of this of this show. By the way, Adrian, yeah, it's not gonna happen with Reggie, man, because I can't cut this. This show is too live. I can't cut this show tonight to talk with Reggie. I'll reach out to him and try to set something up. It's gonna all be based off of Thursday. Whatever happens Thursday, I'll know. If SVDL does the face off, then no. If they don't, then it's open season. All y'all come over and we'll have a conversation. Yeah. So
see, Q was the kind of woman I'm talking about. Remember how I was saying early how women don't check women? See, in her eyes, it don't matter what that woman did. The guy is 100% wrong, and she has no. That woman was wrong too.
Well, Mike, hold on, because I gotta defend Q on this, because y'all. I mean, I'm pretty sure you know, but you know who Q is. Q is the same woman that defends black men to no end on what caused the divide between the black man and the black woman. Y'all make sure and check that out on Straight Talk with Trevor on all podcast platforms. Where she went in on women and was like, "Hey, you're messing up. You're full of crap." Like, so Q will check the hell out of a girl, out of a woman.
That's wonderful.
So I just don't want that to get lost in it. And I'm almost afraid to have her come up. Nah, Q, come up here if you got time. But I don't want that to get lost in the sauce that because right now she's probably acting on a way like, hey, it was uncalled for, because to me, based on what I saw, it was uncalled for him to swing on her like that. Like, Mike, you always talk about not losing
your composure.
Don't lose your composure. What could she have said to him that caused her? Hey man, peace of y'all watching the chat. You got 24 watching right now. Y'all make sure and hit that like button, baby. So what could have caused her though? What could she have said? And Wayne, you gonna rock out, but what could she have said so bad? Here go Q, to cause him to not hit her once, but to hit her with a 2-piece. Like,
I will repeat who my role model for relationships, Judge Lynn Toller, said. There are no such thing as triggers. There are no switches on you. You are an adult and you decide how you react to a situation. Okay. Now, if you all recall, I said every single body was wrong. I said that man was wrong and I separated him from her. What I also said was this woman knew where she was going. When she sent when she sent that boy to go get the gun, she realized what was happening and she could have stopped. She could have stopped. That's what I'm saying. I don't give it. People gonna go, well, she could talk if she want to talk. Yes, you can. It comes with consequences. If this man is out of his mind, this man is crazy, whatever reason, as an adult, you are out with your child. Instead of telling your child to go get a gun because this argument is getting out of hand, stop the argument. I don't understand why. We're adults. If me and you arguing, Trevor, and we go in there and it look like we gonna bump, and I go and I'm like, yo, and you say something to me like, yo, that's why your beard is patchy, and now I'm hurt.
Stupid.
But my first thing is not, and I'm gonna come back to try to stat. I know where this is going now because you don't went somewhere. As a man who want to get home to his kid, I'm gonna go, you know what, bro? You got it, man. I'm good. I'm gonna go ahead and leave. And I'm gonna leave. You can talk all the shit you want after that. I'm out.
So hold on.
Because I'm an adult. Go ahead, Q. I'm sorry.
Well, hold up, Q, because Wayne got to get in there. But before the chat, because the chat is like filling up, and I got to read these comments. So Nene says, sad thing is that there could have been men that were against it, but fear for their lives too. Like the Walmart incident down here that the worker tried to defend and ended up losing. Exactly. So y'all know we had a shooting at the Walmart down here where we live. And the person that got offed was someone trying to break up a fight. He had nothing to do with it. So Q is on the panel, so she'll
exactly.
deal with that. So Angel says and this is why we need to safely and responsibly strap up people. So hold on, hon.
Thank you, Dr. Mia.
So, Mia's in the chat. Hold on. So
I be feeling no support in this world. Dr. Mia is my only support.
And hold on, because Q's up here, so I don't need to read her comments. So Yanga says he's in and out. Peace, Yanga. So Yanga says that was a assault. That simple. And Yanga is a revolutionary guy. So damn, that's why I wish he was in so he could talk about it. So Cliff said the cell phone helps the case. Kev said if it's places like Chicago, I wouldn't get involved low key. I'm trying to get home. See again, and you know what? I'm not telling y'all wrong. Me as a 80s baby, I'd step in and be like, whoa. Just like when I saw the two girls fighting that day, I'm getting ready to pull the car over and step out and be like, whoa. But who knows what could have happened? Your whoa could have ended up in you not, ending up in the body bag. Unfortunately, that's the world that we live in. So hold on. So Dr. Mia says he stepped back and punched her. Nothing anyone says should result in losing your cool, just like intervening would lose your life. Throwing that swing could have caused you to lose your life. It did. I mean, he hit her twice. So Mia says that she was wrong also, and she could have left. Again, we're just talking because we don't know. Like, you're looking at a video. The video's not telling you anything. I'm almost done trying to get through all these comments. Never had so many comments before. Ben says she didn't tell him to go get the hammer. Another one came in, so not that one. She didn't tell him to go get the hammer. She told him to go get the car. Oh, so Ben, you got to come up here and tell me where you know that from, because that could change the whole dynamic. She didn't.
She told him to go to the car and get the hammer.
She told, well, y'all, somebody needs to show me where that is. That's all I'm saying. She didn't tell him to go get the hammer. She told him to go get the car. He took it upon himself to grab the heat and defend his mom. Kevin says, I agree with Mike. To me, this incident exemplify what Dr. Umar just went viral for. Black men standing around watching a young black boy take on a responsibility he should not have to. Wow. So Angel said, what did Angel say that I missed? I don't see it. Yeah, y'all got to pardon me, man. I never had this many comments in here. So Angel says, yes, Nene, I never thought I would own several guns, but these are the times. And that's the unfortunate part about it, because I'm pretty sure the majority of us could hold our own if we had to throw hands. But unfortunately, nobody throws hands anymore. So Wayne, get in, and then we can hear from Q.
Hold up. Go back up to what Nene said. What she said about that the woman saying, that's right, you're not gonna. She said the need to show that you can't tell me what to do. Oh. That's what it was. That woman was, you ain't gonna tell me I got to get my food and shut up. I'm gonna keep going.
But again, and I'm like, listen, I'm strictly playing devil's advocate here. I'm not saying anybody's right or wrong. How do we know? We did not hear what she said. How do we know that he was like, say something again and I'm gonna knock you out? And she was like saying something simple like damn, like you ain't got no home training or
sir.
Something. It's just like, hold on. It's just like that scene in Minister Society when old dog, he was like, when the Korean guy was like, I feel sorry for your mother. Like, he killed him over that.
Yes.
Like, how do you as a man, again, and I always had to put it back to this, and I'm getting loud, but Nene, if you're listening, y'all send little mama in here with a twisted tea for me, please. How do you as a man let somebody get to you like that, man? Mike, we grew up in the 80s. Q, Wayne, we all went to the same schools, like cracking. People used to crack on your soul, and we never let it get to us where we even want to throw hands or something. Like, what? Like, I don't know. Go ahead.
Can y'all hear me?
Go ahead, Wayne. Go ahead.
All right. Okay. Man, there's so many angles to this story, right? And I followed the story. I will say that having a verbal disagreement doesn't mean that you have to put your hands on someone. Or verbal disagreement, whatever the disagreement was. In my opinion, the victim is the 14-year-old kid. And as weapons, I am a concealed carrier for 2 states, Florida and Georgia. Okay. Number one, and this is where I understand where Mike's coming from, under protection of basically, Mike is saying at the end, when he's saying walk away, basically he's saying because you have your child to think of, and you should want to get you and your child to safety, because there are monsters out here. So I get what he's saying. Now, where I come from with her, first of all, is she was a concealed carrier. She was licensed to carry. She's going out in the south side of Chicago at 11 o'clock at night, and you don't have your gun on you already. Okay, that was the first mistake. Something popped off. she put the responsibility on her son. And yes, the story does say she texted him, the son, to get the gun. He walked up to the door. He saw his mom getting into the altercation, and he shot the guy, and then followed behind the guy and shot it. I get it. Self-defense. They dropped the charges. I get it. But I do agree with Mike. As a parent, if I'm out somewhere, my first initial reaction, if there's something that's to pop off, is to, and I got my children around, is to get everybody to safety. Okay, bro, you got that? Whatever the disagreement is, I'm gonna walk away or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now, I also I have a daughter that's 20. I have a girlfriend. I have a sister that's I'm close to. And I tell them all, do not sit there and argue toe-to-toe with the man, period. That's it. Do not sit there and argue with the man. Now, if you put your hands on you and you have to protect yourself, I get it. But if you see that argument is getting heated, say, all right, you know what? Walk away, call me, call the police. Because here's the thing when nobody's talking about. She's texting the son, but she could have picked up the phone and called the police as well. But again, that's just neither here nor there. So I
Wayne, hold on, Wayne, and I don't want to cut you, but hold on, man.
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
With that part you just said, why couldn't the person that was selling her food do that?
Fair enough. That's a fair question. But what I'm saying is that she's in the altercation. She's in the altercation. Yeah, and I agree. Like, there's no win here. But I think putting a body on your 14-year-old, passing that responsibility down to him as a weapons permit carrier, as a concealed permit carrier, right? You should already have that on you. If you don't have that on you, and there's an altercation comes out, you say, you know what? I don't have my weapon on me. I can't protect myself like I want to as a woman. My son is out there. I'm going to just walk away from this. I'm not going to pass that responsibility down to my 14-year-old to take care of that. Now, I get it, it's self-defense, but now this kid got, like Mike said, this kid got to walk away with a body on him, which he shouldn't have never had to, because the mother is legally licensed to carry the firearm. So, so I just think that I understand what Mike's saying, man. Like, as men, we talking about protection, right? And when we got our children from us, there's ways that we got to duck out of situation. As a man, if I got my kids with me and this dude talking reckless, and I got my kids and I got a chance to walk away instead of getting me and my kids in some shit, I'll be like, all right, bro, you got it, man. Have that, man. Take that. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Come on, let's go. You live to fight another day. I mean, that's just, and so, I mean, I understand that some people don't understand. And look, there are maniacs out there. This man was a maniac. Recognize that. There are monsters. That's what Mike's saying. Like, that's what he's saying by, going back and forth. There are monsters out here, period. You can say what you want to say. And women and men, there are demons out here walking around. You recognize that, you get the fuck out of there, especially when you got your kid. But this is a sad situation.
You gotta put some money in the bucket.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Did I curse? My bad.
Wayne,
I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap it up by just saying, man, at the end of the day, man, I don't think that the kid should have had that body on him. I think there was different ways that it could have been handled, but and again, I do not condone what the guy did. So, at the end of the day, I think everybody's lives was affected in this whole thing.
So before Q comes on, and I want to just read from the Chicago Sun-Times, and this is from the Cook County State Attorney's Office. They said that based upon the facts, evidence, and the law, we are unable to meet our burden of proof in the prosecution of this case. So one thing I did want to read from the report, it says that Hood texted her son and had him come in the restaurant as the argument turned physical. So, like, why was she texting him? Was she texting him to come defend her, or was she texting him that maybe if he came in, Buddy would have stopped?
Man, no, she realized that like I said, she realized that she didn't have a gun on her. She's in an altercation. She's in an altercation. She's like, oh shit, I'm slipping. Son, grab my gun, come in here. That's exactly what it was.
That's exactly what it is. Nothing else makes sense. Ain't no 14-year-old scaring no grown-ass man.
All right, so
let Q get off, man.
Q, the floor is yours. Nobody going to interrupt you.
I'm muting up.
So first thing first, I never said that she was correct in the situation. My thought process is the fact that this is we have two adults, not just one. We have two adults in this situation, and regardless of what was said, whether she initiated the conversation, the argument, or whether he initiated the argument, no one knows what was the cause of the argument or disagreement. We do know that whatever was said should not have provoked him to assault her in that manner. Now, I am that woman that do not support violence on no side. I'm that person, that woman that will sit here and say, if you are a female and you want to jump bad and physically jump on a man, be prepared for the consequence, because men are stronger and they have more power than us. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, he wrong for hitting up. Listen, at the end of the day, ain't too many times you're gonna keep punching on the man and he ain't gonna retaliate. So at the end of the day, I just don't think that what transpired should have resulted in that. Now, based off of what I read and what I saw earlier, they dropped the charges because in that particular state, because he assaulted her, her son had the right to protect her in that manner. Now, do I agree that it was her 14-year-old son? No, I hope that it would have been another adult that has intervened or stepped in to, help prevent that, from escalating to that point. But it was her son. So the question I pose to you all as 14-year-old boys, if your mom, and I'm not saying that your mom is argumentative or whatever, we don't know what could have transpired. But if your mom was in that particular situation, and would you going to just stand there and look crazy, or you going to go in and you're going to defend your mom? I agree with what Nene said. That young man gonna need counseling because it has to be traumatic. But then again, they live in Chicago. This stuff probably happened already that day about 30, 40 times. I just wish that one of the adults in this situation could have thought before it escalated to that point. I hate that the young man had to lose his life, but he effed around and found out. You can't be hitting on people regardless of whether your feelings are hurt, and this is male or female. You can't do that. You don't have the right to put your hands on someone if they have not physically assaulted you or put you in a position to make you feel like you have to pretty much fight for your life. And based on the videos also too, like the young man walked in and it was calm. He had his hands in his pockets, and he probably walked in just as that man was welling off on his mama. And at the end of the day, he lost his life because he couldn't keep his cool. I just don't think that it's fault all the way around. But come on, men, we need to men need to understand, like it's way too many overly emotional men walking this earth, and they need mentors, they need counseling, they need help. Because if you can't step down from arguing with a female to the point where you get that emotionally enraged to want to hit her, come on, it's way deeper than some argument in a restaurant, especially with somebody you don't even know, because it was also reported these were complete strangers. They didn't know each other.
So they didn't know each other. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, they didn't know each other. And part of the reason why that they did drop the charges is because the witnesses, which was, I think it was his girlfriend or whoever, she lied. She told, that's another issue we got with women. They be lying on some crazy stuff. Like if it didn't happen, don't say it, don't report it. Your feelings are not facts. And I just don't think, I think at this point, Though both of the adults, the male and the female, one of them at one point should have been like, you know what, whatever, and just whatever. But it could have also been a point where he would have still been enraged to where she would have been like, all right, whatever, sir, and walk away. And he would have found that as a form of disrespect because right there, clearly, his demeanor and the way he's standing, like he felt like he's superior to her. So it's like, wait, you gonna walk away from me while I'm talking to you? And he could have been welling off on her as she walking away. And then what? We still finding fault in that too? It's not cool.
Yo,
And
can I
I
talk?
hate that.
Oh, I thought you were
Yeah,
done.
you can
I'm
go
sorry.
ahead and talk. No, you can go ahead and talk. I'm good.
First and foremost, Trevor, we need to start a tally where people say that I'm out of my mind and then they say the exact same thing that I said. Because she said every single thing that I said. The only thing she said that was different is that she added on the end that he might have hit her even if she stopped talking. Everything else you said is what I said.
I was saying you
Even
were crazy because you were pretty much saying that I was like how other women think and feel and stuff like that. Like you
no,
said, like,
before that, you
okay.
said Mike is crazy. He's out his effing mind or something like that when I first
I
started.
said that prior. I said that prior to you breaking it down, sir.
That's
So
what
I apologize if by me speaking too soon. But yeah, when you first started talking, I was like, yo, this dude is shot the mess up, whatever out. Because I know I
no,
can't be dropping the F bomb, but
facts.
but I apologize. I spoke too soon, so my bad.
I thoroughly appreciate that. Thank you. I would like to say everything you said is fantastic, except for one thing. You gave Nene the credit for saying that that boy should go to counseling. I said it first because he need to go to Dr. Mia. Dr. Mia in the house. Okay, I'm good.
So,
She gonna need counseling too because the way he was welling off on her, I'm sure she gonna have some type of trauma.
do you
Based
think
off
that
them
was the
punches.
first time though?
I was about to say that she live in Chicago. She'd have been punched before.
I'm
I don't know.
sure.
I'm sorry.
I
That
will
was
hope.
messed up to
I
say.
will hope not. But that dude, like his stance was like I don't know. It was troubling because it was like you as a man are that enraged to literally get into a stance and like she could have been like, sir, and he's like, say one more thing. Like that's some stuff that little kids do. Like, you did that in teenagers. Like, don't
I
cross the
agree.
line. If you come across the line, then I'm a whatever. But he I'm like, what and like what kind of trauma he has been through that for
Facts.
him to, you know what I'm saying, to have taken it to that extreme. Like, good Lord. When I first saw it, I was like, wait a minute. I didn't even care about the context. I didn't care about the conversation. I didn't care about the argument. I didn't care about none of that stuff. All I kept saying was, what pissed him off to that point where he wanted well off on that chick like that? Like, good. Oh, my Lord. Mm-mm.
Hey, you know what? I can tell you what the difference would have been if she'd have stopped talking and he would have hit her anyway. She would have no wrong in my eyes. If she stopped talking and he fired off on her anyway, then she is literally blameless in this whole thing.
And the thing is if you look at the video and you look at his body language, it was like he was just waiting.
Yeah, he was.
He was literally just waiting for her to. She could have been like, okay, blue, 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 and he just would have still. He still.
Hey, did you read what Nene wrote? Said, dude threatened to split my ish if I said something else. I was confused as hell, but I kept my damn mouth shut. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. Supposed to be chilling. At the very least, you shut up and you call a man that's in your family that is not a child.
Get out
Come
of
up
there.
to the store. Come
Get
up to
out
the
of there.
store real quick.
Yeah, Nene did the right thing. Get out of there. I'm dealing with a maniac. I wasn't even talking to him. Let me get out of here. Because see, here's what happened. This is what I tell my daughter. All you need to know is that I can whoop your ass. That's all you need to know. So what does that mean? You can't whoop no man. Get out of there. If you have to, get out of there. And then get to some protection. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, when you got the child, so my thing is, I'm not excusing the guy at all. All right, he was fooling. He was a maniac. I'm just saying for her, she has the child with her.
her responsibility is to get her and the child to safety. And he did say, ma'am, get your food
Yep.
now. Go ahead. Listen, you know how we all in the hood. We ain't just welling off. We gonna be like, hey, go on now. Go ahead. You done got that's the warning. That's your warning. You dealing with a maniac. Even the maniac gave her an out. So she didn't she texted her son and was like, yo, come to the door. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what was said, whatever, but I'm just saying, man, like Mike said, and I agree, as a woman, right? Don't sit up there and argue with no man, especially if you see that he's crazy enough to come up in your face and ball his fist up and he's walking, get out of there. Just get out of there.
Facts.
Just get out of there. Take the L, period. I done took L's. When I done took L's as a man somewhere at work and somebody jaw jacking at me, I'm like, all right, you got that, bro. You got that. You know what I'm saying? And because I got other shit going on, I ain't finna lose out on some goofy ass motherfucker or a woman. So and listen, it's maniacs out there as women. We just did a story of a woman. Huh?
Nah,
Wayne, that was a whole big MF in that mug.
I'm sorry. Man, what's your cash out, bro? Let me drop the cash out, bro. Text me your cash out.
Hey, appreciate you coming by, Q.
Hey, Wayne ain't wrong. I had
ahead.
the same thing happen at work where a person in my human resources, I'll say it because I don't like them, put me in that same position where I had to go. And you know, he was coming at me aggressive, and I stopped. I looked at him. I thought of my daughter, and I said, "Okay." And I just gave the blank, flat look. You know what the problem is with people? This is it right here. You ready? The law does not care about real nigga-ish. Y'all need to get that through your minds. Oh, he ain't gonna talk to me like that. The law don't care about that. Nah, but he disrespected me. The law.
Yeah.
Thank you.
When keeping it real goes wrong.
Keeping it real goes wrong. The law don't care about being about real nigga stuff. Let that go. We are old and grown. Talking about, hold up, you ain't finna talk to me like, man, you can talk any way you want to, bro. I'm going home. I tell them like I used to say this in middle school. Say what you want. Don't put your hands on me. That's what I say. I'm an adult. Say what you want. Touch me and I'm gonna kill you. That's how I move. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna debate with you. I'm not going back and forth. I'm not gonna raise it. I do it on here because I'm good at it, because it makes me laugh and it's fun. And I like to try to make Trevor's beard gray as soon as possible. But in real life, I'm not arguing with you, especially if it's about money. I got money to get. I got work to get. I got a daughter to raise. You are beneath me. If this is the culmination of your real nigga life, cool, bro. You do that. I'm gonna do this black male's life over here, and I'm gonna raise me a queen. You feel me? Y'all need to let go of that real N-word bull crap, bro. It's crap. It's trash. Stop trying to keep it real. Stop trying to be raw. Stop trying to be, man, he ain't gonna talk to me like that. Yeah, so what? What if they baiting you just to get you shot? People do that. Go ahead, Trey.
All right, fellas, we didn't, man, I started this show 15 minutes early and we still went over the 3-hour mark. It's all good though. It's been a tremendous show. Nene even suggested that we probably had to do a part 2. But that's why I just let it keep going on. So Wayne, give your final close out. So Q is saying I totally agree with Mike. Real ninjas die every day. Absolutely.
Facts.
And you can't do nothing from the grave. I don't care what nobody says. I never been to a funeral and they harped on how much of a real nigga somebody was. They was just like, man, I wish my daddy was still here. So you can keep that real nigga shit all you want. I know I could fight. Like that. There's no issues there, but I don't have to prove it all the time. I mean, yeah, you're right, Q. Nothing can be done from 6 feet deep. Hey, man, y'all gonna keep commenting. All right, go ahead and close out, Wayne.
Yeah. Let me get out of here. Nah, man, great show. Appreciate everybody on the panel. Appreciate everybody on the chat. All these situations was unfortunate. I will say this. I mean, we had stories where a woman got so upset, and out of her square where she ordered a hit on the man, and then you had a man who was off his square where he hit a woman and caused his
death. Everybody died because people couldn't hold their composure. But I'm just, I push back on that stereotype when it's just like, these black men are so emotional these days. Well, I mean, these black women are emotional as well and causing people's lives as well. So let's make sure we get that clear. All right. That's it. Peace to everybody.
Peace, Wayne.
I will tell you this. If we do a part 2, you need to make sure you get the Jonathan Major story in here. I just heard about his story and about what the chick might have done. You need to do research. You haven't heard about that? The dude who was supposed to be
just send it to me. Just send it to me.
Bro, it is insane.
And when you send it to me, just like let me know though that that's the one you want me to look at, or else it'll just fall.
You'll be ignoring all my stuff.
Yeah, I've been trying to tell people they think I be ignoring it, like I ignore everybody.
Yeah. He's like, you sent me the wrestling thing? Yeah. Where? Here, Negro, in your name. Oh man, could you text it? Could you mention it? I don't remember where it is. Go up 15 stories, Negro. Anyway, everybody in the chat, you might not like me, you might not like how I say things, but keep it a buck. You agree with me 99% of the time. Stop fronting, stop acting like you don't, just because you don't say it the way I say it, or you might not want to, you agree with me. It's all right. Admit it. Don't be a Trevor. Trevor doesn't like to say he agrees with me until he's actually saying it. Then he goes, damn, man, I agree with Mike. I know. You always will. Because
Mike gets features. Mike, I make video clips and put up a Mike on the damn channel, but I don't get no credit for that. None.
Exactly. So get used to it. Do more. Do better.
All right, fellas, man. All right, fellas. Peace.
Peace. Hey, love everybody in the chat. Y'all be
peace, man. All right,
peace
y'all.
to Tater Tot Key. You the one, Key. Let me get a plate. Nene in the kitchen cooking. Go ahead and throw a plate in the box and put some mangoes on top of the plate.
Man, get the hell out of here, bro.
Hey, and shout out to Q, man. It's all love, Q. At the end of the day, Trail, Mike, y'all the real ones. Chat, y'all the real ones. Y'all have a good night, man.
Hey, shout out to the Black Lion for understanding the brother. Thank you, sir. Thank you. You and Dr. Me, the only ones that got my back.
I got you, bro.
Oh boy.
Nene, see, I'm trying to leave and Nene start with me.
All right, fellas. Peace.
All right, be up, man. Have a good one.
Peace. Oh boy. Mangoes 3 for $5. Well, Straight Talk Society, there you have it. I mean, at this point, I don't know what to tell you. Like, if Man Talk Monday gives you every single thing you could look for in a show, and the best thing about it is drama free. Wayne and Q have a little issue sometimes where they bump heads, but you see, she came up here, stated her point, and it was cool. That's what we offer over here. Anybody could come over here and get their points across without nobody jumping down your throat, because again, I won't allow it. So peace to everybody, man. At one point we had like 25 watching at one time. I mean, and for a channel this small, and with me specifically saying I don't want a certain type of audience, that was awesome, man, because I know people with 10 times more subscribers than me that don't get those type of numbers. So I appreciate the chat, man, for being so lively tonight, man. I really appreciate that, because you guys keep this show going with your comments and everything. We had 3 videos and it took 3 hours. I mean, hopefully we could streamline it a little bit more, but hopefully we gave everything the attention that it needed. And I appreciate Mike. I appreciate Wayne. I appreciate Kev. Q. I know Yanga tried to get on, but he couldn't. So, it's all good. Peace, Ricardo. But yeah, it was awesome, man. So hopefully Thursday Blue and Rio will do the face off. If not, I'll have St. Louis and Jansen kind of have a face off and discuss their doctrinal differences. And Reginald Young may show up also. So yeah, Yanga saying he'll be over here next Monday. Every Monday at 6:05, Yanga, this is where it's at. So yeah, but I really appreciate it, man, because like I said, This is a small channel, and Nene and myself like literally are just building this from the ground up. And it's like we don't want this, we don't want this, we'll do this, and that's it. I mean, whoever comes over and watches, peace to you. If you don't like it, you can't find any value in it, I get it. It's all good. Just hit the like button on your way out. We don't do drama. I don't do drama. I work 10, 11 hours a day. I don't need to come home and do drama on the internet. I don't. I mean, so little mama's waiting for me. She wants to watch wrestling. I got 2 new PlayStation games I want to go play, but I can't. I'm gonna have to wait till the weekend because I can't even find time to do that. Yeah, see, that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. My cousin, that's why when St. Louis asked was we still cool, yeah, I ain't got no issue with St. Louis. Listen, I still watch St. Louis, all St. Louis shows. I just don't comment the way I used to. I don't have beef with nobody on the internet. I can't. Even the whole thing with the other guy, like that's, to me, that's water under the bridge. I mean, he said what he said, I said what I said, and that's it. I tried to make amends with everybody who I had an issue with, and that's it. Like I don't what we're trying to build, I don't need any obstacles. Like I want to attack the foolishness that's going on and trying to tear up our communities. I don't need to be attacking single entities. I don't need to do that. So yeah, but Kevin, to tell you, man, Kevin sent me so many things, man. And then at one point, a month later, I'll watch it and Kevin be like, what the hell are you talking about? I'll be like, man, I'm reacting to that video that you sent me. He sent it to me a month ago. Like I'm telling you, with the debates and everything, it took so much of my time. Like I couldn't focus on anything Straight Talk Society wise, as far as with the shows and things like that. But I'm telling y'all, this summer is gonna be hot, man. Venkat and Mike are starting that political show very, 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 very soon. So y'all stay tuned to that. Tape Fist Politics. Y'all know that's gonna be crazy. I will be dropping the video sometime this week of where Venkat came up on the platform and checked the Israelites. I'm talking about he checked them. And y'all know Venkat don't get checked. Venkat only argue with me, but he came up there and checked the hell out of the Israelites. So I gotta I already singled it out on the audio. I just gotta put it to video. So that y'all look forward to that. That'll be coming up soon. So Nene says stay tuned. Pour Your Heart Out will be talking about vaginas within the next couple of weeks. Ricardo wants to get in on the political show too. Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying, man. We got so many things going on over here. MD's going. I know MD has affiliation elsewhere, but I love MD's political point of view. So MD's more than welcome to come on. MD doesn't normally join Man Talk Monday, but we were talking about something. He probably was free, so he hopped on. Like everybody's welcome over here, as long as you don't bring no drama over here. That's my only rule. Don't bring drama from another channel. And if you're beefing with somebody else, I don't want to hear it. Don't come on here and the first thing you're saying is, "Oh man, you heard what they did on the other channel." I don't care. I don't care. Those guys that's talking crap about me, they can't beat me up in real life, so I do not care at all. I don't. You know what I mean? So we're trying to build over here, man. We're like legit trying to create a society. So that's what we're doing over here. Y'all make sure and tune in to, check out SVDL from earlier today. Akasha and Angel did a stream that I'm assuming was only supposed to be about an hour, so they ended up going over 3 hours. It was awesome, man. Just sometimes when you hit the record button, you got a lot to say, like me. So y'all check that out, man. Y'all check out. I can't wait for the finals, Rio versus Blue. That's gonna be crazy. I want to see the face off first, and that may be coming this Thursday, but I know Solar let us know. Apparently he's probably real busy working and everything, but we'll get it in. Y'all go over and check out Yanga's page. Yanga fell victim. I think it was yesterday to the Lance effect, where Lance will come over and go straight pseudo on you and take over your show. And that's what happened with Yanga yesterday. But I love Lance. I love all the crap that he talks. So Lance is always welcome over here too. Because Yanga wanted to do one particular show, but then Lance came on and started talking about some other stuff, and it just, so y'all check out Yanga's channel too, man. Listen, man, we just doing big things. I don't care about all the craziness. Ain't nobody on here Ain't nobody on here trying to save the world. At least I'm not. I'm not trying to save the world. I can't save the world. You know, my idea of helping the community is firing up my 2 grills and passing out chicken to homeless people. You know, so my daughter could see like, hey, we could do one small thing. You know what I mean? So I wish I could do more, but that's what I could do. So, you know, I'm a help in my lane. But as far as being this great, excellent teacher, and so I'm not no teacher. I'm not a teacher. I didn't even like school. So I don't have anything to offer to teach people. I think I run an entertaining platform where people can come on and spew whatever they want to spew. And if you disagree with it, come up and challenge it. That's all to it. Come up and challenge it. But yeah, no doubt, Yanga man, no doubt. But besides that, I gotta go because I'm surprised little mama haven't come in here. She's probably playing her video games, but you know, I think that's all. Like I said, we'll look for me. I may pop up tomorrow if I could get St. Louis and Jansen to have a conversation tomorrow. If not, that'll probably be Thursday. Make sure and check us out on Wednesday. We have Wrestling with Reality. We're gonna preview the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, and I'm pretty sure Mike and Bones are gonna gush and spew all over the AEW Forbidden Door pay-per-view and tell me how it's the greatest thing in the world, and I should have watched it, but you know, that's what I got them for. So yeah, so that's where we are. But I'm out of here. Time to I done ran out of gas. Time to go, and I'm hungry now. So I leave you with these words. Always seek out the truth for yourself, because if not, you'll fall victim to other people's interpretations of them. And with that, I say peace.
Why are you so aggressive, black man? I'm like, it's a no-win.
Always aggressive black man.
What's up, man?
Wayne.
Mike.
Oh, okay. Hey man, cut the sexiness out, man. Ain't no women on the panel. Man, we on here talking all sexy.
He just goes on. He just went off on you like that just for no reason.
Yeah, man.